Big group tonight. Welcome in, everybody. 99 of you. Maybe we'll reach 100. Wow. Welcome in, guys. Very special tutorial tonight for those who are just coming in here. This is my 1-year anniversary as of a day. It's technically tomorrow, but we're not going to host a tutorial tomorrow. So 1-year anniversary of free step-by-step acrylic painting tutorials online. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate. Even if you're not painting along, maybe you're just here to like celebrate with me and tune in and chat. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. The last year has been pretty nuts for everybody, and I'm just really glad that I could like spend it with a group of people painting, encouraging people to do some art, and I continue. It's not like this is the end. It's not like 1 year we're done. I'm happy to celebrate this milestone. It's been yeah, it's been a wild ride, even like before the 1 year, and there was a lot happening this time last year, so it's pretty crazy to think that I kind of got through it all, and now we're here and continuing. So thanks everyone for just being here. Thank you. Thanks for the cheer, Arcade. Thank you for 34 bits. Thank you. But yeah, just wanted to say that. So thanks everyone for continuing to tune and continuing to support. Even just being here is support enough. So thank you very much. Lots of changes coming, lots of good things happening. So and yeah, the tutorials kind of set it all off. So thank you very much. Again, how many times will I say it? My God. Thank you, Group, for the 30. I see you. I see you. I see you. For those here for the tutorial, I'll just explain very quickly how it's gonna work. We have a camera here, we have my original design here. I'm very off-center, so allow me to fix myself. Thank you. And yeah, and the idea is I'll teach you step by step how to make the beautiful painting that you see both below me and beside me. It's a nice sea turtle. I'm really happy with this one. I think it's a really cute design. Yeah, and I'm just excited to recreate it with everybody here, whether you're painting along or maybe you're doing like digital art on the side or doing watercolor. I'll be using acrylic, but if you just want to use this time to get creative in any way, do some crocheting, do whatever your heart desires, just relax. Yeah, I'm just happy we're all here on a Friday night together celebrating nice and distance at home. So yeah, that's the turtle. And I'll actually paint it along with you for those who are brand new. I do paint along with you, so I actually have a blank canvas right here. I don't know why there's a shadow there, but that's fine. I wonder where that's coming from. I'll fix that. Yeah, I painted along with you step by step. I'll verbally tell you what I'm doing, and I'll also visually show you, so you can kind of use whatever you want to help paint along. You can do exactly what I'm doing. You can change it up if you want, do your own design. Put your own little sea creatures in there. If you don't like just the turtle, you can put some little sea stars or little fishies running around, whatever you want, so feel free to get creative however you wish. In terms of the materials, I keep them the same every single time. It's my microphone, that's exactly what it is. I keep the supplies the same every single tutorial so that you can invest in the same things and keep reusing them and reusing them. So today I have the 5 usual paint colors. We have white, black, red, yellow, and phthalo blue. And then for brushes, we have the same usual 3. We have a large flat brush, we have a medium round brush, and we have a small round brush. And then otherwise, beside me, I have a cup of paint water, my volcano plate, which is getting kind of heavy. Not the heaviest, but you can see it's starting to level out a little bit. Getting nice and solid. A towel, an apron. Thank you, Terry, for the apron as always. And those are the suggested materials. You can add colors, you can, you know, subtract colors, whatever you want. Again, it's all very flexible. So use whatever you have on hand. That's totally fine. And then I guess just as in case anyone's here watching and they're wondering if they can rewatch the tutorial, yes, you can always rewatch it. You can even rewatch it if you come a little late to the tutorial. You can watch the video right on Twitch as I'm still streaming. Otherwise, you can check out YouTube. youtube.com/erinbunpaints is where I put all of my tutorials, not all my live streams, but all these step-by-step tutorials eventually end up on YouTube. So if you miss any of this, or if your internet conks out, that's totally fine. YouTube will be where you find this tutorial eventually when I have time to edit and upload. Otherwise, I'm on Instagram under erinbunpaints and Facebook under erinbunpaints. Those are just good places to go to see all of my tutorial designs and to be updated and notified when I have upcoming tutorials. So check out either of those as you like, or not at all and just stay here. That's okay with me. But yeah, just putting that out there. And I think that's all. So we'll do our usual cheers and then we'll get to painting. Alright, so first step, as pretty much always, we're gonna grab the large flat brush. I'm gonna dip into my water. And I'm going to start by just doing a nice gradient in the background. So in my background here, we go from white, or I guess it's actually technically a very light gray, Then we go to kind of like a light blue to medium blue to dark blue. So I'm not looking at these lines yet. This is kind of signifying sand, by the way. When you kind of look down in the water, you can see all the wavy sand. We're not worried about those lines. We're just going to do the nice gradient of light gray to light blue, medium blue to dark blue. All right? So just lots of like stroking back and forth with those colors and blending as we go. So to start, we can use lots and lots of white with just a tiny bit of black, and that'll create a nice, very light gray for us. So I'm just pouring those both on my plate, and then I'll use my large flat brush to mix around. You only need a tiny bit of black. I can't say enough how small of an amount we need of black. I'll show you here. I have my brush. I'm just gonna dip like the very corner in just a teeny bit, and then put it over here into a big pile of white. So it's just off white. And the reason I did that is because later on we're gonna add these white lines for the nice kind of light shimmering off, and we want it to come off of that light gray, right? We don't want it to blend in or kind of disappear, so that's why we're starting with a nice light gray. So let's start with just some diagonal strokes at the top left, and we're just bringing it down like a couple inches. I don't know, I'm not good with measurements. Just stroking down a little bit. Like you can see the angle's going like maybe halfway across the canvas. This is going maybe less than a quarter of the way down, just to start us off, just a little bit here. We want mostly blues, so we're just going to put a little bit of this light gray. Thanks, Charlene. Tortoise. Tortoise would be a land turtle. This guy's in the sea. Do I have my exit buddy? What does that mean? What's my exit buddy? Oh, Lisa, that's okay. No worries. How have you been? Yeah, welcome back. What's my exit buddy? Oh my gosh. I'm the one who was like, Nemo reference, and I'm like, the Nemo quote, what does that mean? That's, yeah, you're right. I got it right before you typed it, Hokie. I know, I should know. Look at me go, I know that movie. No, I don't. Do you have your exit buddy? I like when Squirt says all the little announcements in his little cute squeaky voice, and you can't tell anything what he's saying. It's just like, alright, you gotta hit it and squish it, you gotta come grow around. They're like, what? Sir, can you repeat that? Alvin, welcome in. Lise, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the stream. We're just doing a step-by-step acrylic painting tutorial. Yeah, welcome in, Alvin. Lisa, I'm really glad you've been good. I've been good too. Lots happening. Just gonna go ahead with the next step here, and then we can chat a little more. So next step, everybody, is creating this nice light blue here. So we're going to do a little bit more mixing on our plate. I just washed off my large flat brush. And I'm going to mix 3 different colors, actually. We're going to mix blue and white, first of all, to make a nice light blue. And then I was chatting a little bit about turquoise earlier. In order to make turquoise, we actually want to add a little bit of yellow. So first, I'm just going to start by mixing a little blue with a large pile of white. I'm just moving it over here so it's not in the gray area. So something like that, a nice light blue. Vonda, thank you for gifting. Oh, to Lise. Wow, Lise, you just followed and now you're gifted. Look at you go. You're a bun automatically. I'm sorry, my English is very... Oh, you're fine, Lise. All good. We have a few different French speakers in the chat. I request that you try your best to stick with English just because that's the one I can understand, and we want to make sure we're moderating properly. So thank you for trying. I'm very patient about it, so don't you worry. So again, I did blue, we did white, and we did just a little bit of yellow. The little bit of yellow turns it turquoisey. We don't want to do too much yellow because it'll turn it green, okay? So just be careful of that. And you can mix, again, whatever shade you want. So keep adding some white, keep adding some blue until you get the nice, beautiful blue that you like. So I'm going to start by applying it kind of down here. So I'm just kind of bringing this angled line down a little bit more. We're maybe going like, what is that, roughly halfway if you're kind of looking diagonally, maybe a little less than halfway, something like that. And I'm just putting this on back and forth diagonally, working my way back up to the light gray, which I will blend into momentarily. So I want to work a little bit quick just to make sure I can blend that in together, because acrylic paint does dry pretty quickly. So if we want to make sure we can blend, we just want to make sure we're keeping both paint colors wet. And then that way we can move them together right on the canvas and blend them together. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and then I'll keep chatting with everybody here. So see how quickly I've moved it up here. And now we have this harsh line. And to get rid of the harsh line, I just wiped off my brush a little bit. And I'm going to stroke in between the light gray and the blue. And you can see what happens is your brush kind of picks up a little bit of both, starts to mix them together and blend them together until you have a nice smooth transition. That's what we're looking for. See, it looks all soft now rather than a harsh line. If you found that that didn't work, it might just be because your first color is a little bit dry. So you could always re-grab a little bit of that color and just kind of use that to wipe in between. So I grabbed just a little bit extra light gray, and you can see that's helping to smooth it even more. So don't be afraid to pick up a little bit of extra color if you think one or the other is a little dry. It'll help to apply a nice fresh coat just like I did there. All right, so that's two colors blended together. It almost looks like I darkened it naturally. I think it was just my paint mixing, but this is intended to be one color here. Okay, so I'll just leave you with that for a minute or two, and then we can go right along to the next one. But yeah, Lisa, lots of stuff coming up. So this is, yeah, my 1-year tutorial anniversary. We have my birthday coming up. We got 1-year stream anniversary coming up, and now 3,000 follower streams. So man, lots going on. I'm glad you're back, Lisa, and I'm glad you're feeling good. Okay, are there any nail art people in chat tonight? Ash is good at her nails. Jen, I didn't see, but she's got some nail art techniques. I got a question about the gel manicure. No idea. Sorry, I've never gotten a manicure before. I only do my own nails. No gel for me. There you go. Yep, see some French speakers here. Look at you, look at you. Yep, many in Quebec, I would say, yes. Akai, welcome back. Welcome back. Hello there. Why did it turn green? Your paint, Lynn, maybe a little too much yellow. You might want to do some blue and white in there. Thank you, Lise. Thank you. Oh, Dragonfly. All good. Late to this, but so excited. All good. If I can help you catch up, let me know. We've just done the 2 steps so far. Thanks, Akai. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, we passed it, Elvin. We passed it like just earlier in the stream. We had some followers while I was offline, actually, and we came in there like 3 left. 3 left. I've missed so much. You're fine, you're fine. You were kind of focusing on yourself from what I know, right? And that's a good thing. That's all good. You're just in time for all the celebrations, truly. You really haven't missed. You came the right day. This is the first of many celebrations. I don't like getting manicures, but it's what my mom wanted for Mother's Day. Gotcha. I've never had one. Yeah, I've had pedicures before, and those have been nice, but I think I've said it before on stream. The idea of attaching something to my nails has always irked me. I don't know why. I like painting them, clearly, but the idea of attaching anything like thick and large and long, can't do it. It's not for me. I think it looks nice. I just can't do it. I'd be too scared of it ripping off. I can't even talk about it. It's a lot. Anyway, if you'd like to move on to the next step, we're just going to do a darker blue and pretty much do the same thing. So we're just darkening up our color with more blue. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a little diagonal down here, bring it up, and then blend it in. So I'm going to grab some blue. I'm going to put it into this little pile here. I think I just need to add a little more yellow and white just because I'm running out of paint. But pretty much you're doing the same mixture, just more blue this time. I didn't even hear that one. Vonda gifted to Dragonfly Alley. Thank you so much. Dragonfly, you're new as well. You're brand new to the stream and you're gifted. Everyone's just a brand new bun today. Thank you very much, Vonda. Thank you. My goodness. Okay, so just again, making a nice new turquoisey blue. Maybe a little bit more. And I'll put that maybe like down here. So again, pretty much I'm just leaving the last corner. And I'll start to apply that. Same idea, just nice big strokes diagonally. And we'll eventually blend it into the blue above. It's 2 a.m. Kaz, welcome in, but I seriously need to know if you're going to, what? Use either chicken or noodle in your cake tomorrow. Neither. It's not tomorrow. Oh wait, I guess it's tomorrow for you. Sunday for me, 2 days from now for me. No meat chicken, no pasta noodle, unfortunately. It will be confetti cake. That's what I'll tell you. That's it. And it will be a chicken noodle though. I don't need sleep, I need answers. If it's done right, it doesn't look false, I just wouldn't know. Oh my gosh, and to Akai! Oh wow, Vonda, you're gifting a lot. Thank you very, very much. Akai, you're also a bun now. I think I'm pronouncing right. If not, please let me know. Oh, Lise, I've done English my whole life. Good wording. I've done the English for a long time. No, English is my first language. English is my only language, and that's why I'm okay at it. I should know more French. I took French in school because I'm in Canada, and it is our second language. We're a bilingual country. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't get a handle on it. I was a pretty good student in all other classes, and French I just could not wrap my head around, unfortunately. I think languages in general I'm just not as skilled in. Never even really liked English class, I would say, either. I did okay, but it wasn't my favorite. I'm math, logic, creative person as well, which is kind of opposites, but I'd say those subjects for me. Fresh baked buns, it's true. They're all freshly baked. Coming in the chat and just immediately pop out of the oven, the quickest buns ever. Good evening, Bear over there gaming. Hello, hello, how's it going? We're painting a little sea turtle today, welcome in. Great, I won't be having good dreams. Okay. Because I'm not using chicken or a noodle? No good dreams for you? Have a good sleep then, Cass. Yes, confetti cake is probably my favorite boxed cake. I don't want to say favorite cake in general, but when it comes to the idea that I don't want to slave over the oven making like 10 hours of just like from scratch cake, I figured I would just do the boxed method, and confetti cake is absolutely #1 in my opinion. Elvin, the one thing I was disappointed by is that I saw 0 confetti icing. Usually there's confetti icing to pair with the confetti cake, and I did not see any of that available, and I was very upset. It's not even that it was sold out, it just wasn't there. Wasn't in the regular lineup. So I got cream cheese frosting, which is great, but I kind of wanted confetti with confetti, even though the icing won't really show because I am using fondant, but anyway, I wanted to match it. So that was a little sad. Yeah, Lisa, I'll be baking a cake on Sunday, and I'm gonna turn it into chicken noodle. You've seen chicken noodle, right? I assume. Our resident chicken, he looks like this. I want to make a giant, not a giant, but like a large chicken noodle cake. It'll be like 3-dimensional chicken noodle, like very round, very shapely, very yellow. So that'll be on Sunday, yes. I just popped in between things, but I'm also so happy. Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Akai, now I'm second guessing what I was saying. Akai, cool, if you have problems, say Flora too. Okay, yeah, true. We have another Flora who comes in here, Sushi Flora, so maybe I'll say Flora for now. But I'll keep saying Akai as well. We'll keep trying. Sounds good, Christy, see you later. Language classes were my GPA boosters in high school. Oh man. Like I was, yeah, I couldn't do French or any other language. Not that I tried any other language, I just think my brain isn't wired for it. English class again, I did okay, and I just was never like super enthused. All right, so I'm just going to blend these two together. My light blue is dry, so I'm just grabbing a little more light blue on my brush, and you can see that helps with blending. I'm just going to apply it, and then I'll start brushing into the medium blue, and you can see it starts to blend together. So again, that's a solution if you have if you're a little like slower at painting, just like I was right there, right? I was chatting and I just couldn't rush into the next step there. Just grab a little extra of that first color, and that'll help you blend it all together. Yeah, and I'm not even looking for like a perfect blend because we're gonna put all these nice kind of sand lines on top anyway. So if you see a little bit of streakiness, I really wouldn't worry about it. That stuff will be very much covered up when we add our lines a little bit later. Nessa, yo, welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good Friday and you have a good weekend as well. Welcome in. Whee! Yeah, unacceptable. I should have grabbed an employee and just yelled unacceptable, but I did not. Jokes aside, wish you a great stream as always. I don't say often, but you're one of a few painters I enjoy it. Oh, thanks, Kaz. Thank you very much, Kaz. Yeah, it's an iconic month, so thank you very much. It's yeah, it's a new year, really. Thank you. It means a lot. Well, you can, Elvin, but the idea is that a lot of people think it tastes gross, including me, and I just want the fondant so I can make a nice smooth chicken noodle. That I'm really prioritizing looks over taste. Off stream, I might rip the fondant off and just eat the cake as is. Who knows? Maybe I'll frost it myself with something else. Ryoma, thank you for following. Hello. I'm in the middle of a painting tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, that's why I'm doing it, Alvin. Even though I don't like eating fondant, it will look good. I hope. I hope. Thanks, Akai. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it doesn't taste great. Apparently there's different flavors of fondant. Like I've heard marshmallow fondant is better. Yeah, just different ingredients in the fondant, but I still haven't found it. I'm just gonna get a boxed fondant from wherever I can find it tomorrow. All right, last step here. We're just once again making an even darker blue. So I'm grabbing more blue, mixing it into my teal. And I'm also going to grab a tiny bit of black. You can see that it kind of gets even darker than just a nice bright blue. I want to put a tiny bit of black in there just to make it a little more like murky and just a little darker, right? It's not going to be a beautiful bright blue. It's going to be getting quite dark over on this side. So just a tiny bit of blue. It almost makes it more of a navy color. See that? It still has almost like a turquoisey tint while still being very, very dark. So that's what I'm going to do for the last color here, before we start to add the nice sand waves on there. So same idea, back and forth with your brush. Bringing it up to the previous color and then blending. You get a nice fondant icing too. Oh, I'm just going to use the cream cheese frosting. Honestly, just for the little crumb coat beneath. Yeah, I'm just gonna slather it. How are the buns today? I know I'm doing pretty good, Nessa. It's been an exciting stream already so far. We hit 3,000 followers, man. It's crazy town. And we're just talking about Sunday stream, the nice birthday stream. Lots of plans for that. So if you want more celebration and chaos, Sunday is going to be like no painting. We're just baking a cake, mixing some drinks, having a good time. So yeah, man. I've been great today. Oh, you think so, Kai? Oh, isn't tasty. I thought you said is tasty. I was like, oh. Not the norm, not the norm. Yeah, Groki, we did it. Yeah. We got it right before I started the toot. Grok, a lot of people followed offline. I was watching the dashboard the last couple days and I was like, it's gonna creep up. I thought we'd even like hit it offline almost at one point. Thank goodness we got to see it though. Fun stuff. Oh, please, Lynn, please. I don't even know what the year is. Is it Year of the Dog this year? I don't know. Extract flavors? I could do that. I've got some like almond stuff. I think I have a maple extract. That would be nice, some maple fondant. Oh. We should play 3005 when she's... What's 3005? I don't know. I was trying to think of that Black Eyed Peas lyric. 3008, you so 2000 and late, isn't that what it is? Yeah, 3000, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, my birthday's on Monday, but we're celebrating on Sunday. Yeah, I know it's a little confusing, Lisa and Nessa. I just wanted to celebrate on Sunday because I figured that would work better for a lot of people. A lot of people obviously will be at work Monday during the day when I usually stream, so I said, let's just celebrate Sunday. I'll still be online Sunday, or sorry, Monday. On my actual birthday, I'll just be doing some painting though. It won't be a chaotic celebration stream. It'll just be painting. Just painting, as if that's boring. It's not at all. But yeah, it just won't be celebration mode. I'll take the happy birthdays, but we won't be doing anything crazy that day. Yeah, we're in Taurus season, baby. Let's go. Hope, hi again. Hee, sorry I had to back out. Oh, no worries. You're fine. Go back out. Where did you go here? For a bit, got serious drama llama. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, deal with that drama llama. It's fine. Absolutely. Positive note, I love making cakes. Nice! Me too. Again, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time to make my own like fancy, like flavorful cake, but in the end I want it to be more so about the decoration of the cake, so that's why I'm not doing that. But me as well. Hope. Almost too overwhelming, I go with maple. Oh, yes, the childish song. I recognize. Yeah, we won't play. We're playing copyright free tonight, actually, because it's a tube video. I can't remember that one. Why? Why? Is it within a separate title? Oh man, I gotta look it up later. That's lovely, Nessa. I hope everyone doesn't mind that. I personally love the brushstroke noises, so I hope that's working out for everybody. 3,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Oh, Laurie, I love it. Oh, look at them, look at them. I know, Charlene, you keep saying that, I know. I don't think I'll be doing an all-night stream, but I'll be doing a longer stream for sure. Really, Nessa, I don't really ask about, like, signs and all that too often, so I wouldn't know, but that's interesting. Yes. I got you, Lori. Yeah, it made sense to me. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, Nessa. No, I appreciate it, just in case, just in case. For the most part, I think everyone does enjoy the noise, but I'll yeah, perk up if I hear otherwise. It's like a little brush ASMR, right? Just like Bob Ross, he has a little bit of that in his Joy of Painting episodes, a little bit of ch-ch-ch-ch. Okay, that should be enough time, everybody. I know we're still chatting here. Keep chatting away. I'm gonna move on to the next step here. So next step is to work on these little sand lines here. So yeah, the idea is that we're kind of looking down into the water. We have this little sea turtle floating by, but these are all the kind of little ripples in the sand, right? After all the waves have been kind of going in and out, there are all these nice ripples that you might see kind of in the sand underneath the water. So in order to do these, we're just kind of making darker versions of each of the colors that we already applied here. And we're doing these nice little kind of squiggly lines. And we'll do like a few at a time. And then what I did is I blended them a little bit down this way. So you might kind of notice how there's like a dark edge kind of on the top left of each of them. So on the, yeah, top left-hand side. And then they kind of fade out on the right-hand side. It's almost like it's deeper on the left and then it kind of levels out on the right. So again, what we do is we take a brush, we'll apply a couple lines, and then we'll kind of blend them out. We'll kind of wipe off the brush and just blend, blend, blend. You can even use a little bit of water. All of that helps. But yeah, you can see I've switched brushes. I would recommend like a medium round brush or something like that. And what I'm doing is I'm just making a slightly darker gray than what I started with, because again, we want it to show up on top of our previous gray. So my gray is all mixed up a little bit here. Let's just grab a little more black. Just making it a touch darker. It's not going to be a super dark gray or anything. It's just going to be a little bit darker than our previous. So kind of like a medium gray, if you want to call it that. We don't want a lot on our brush, just a little, so maybe wipe off some. And let's just start in the corner. We're just going to work our way down this way. Oh, I've moved you guys over, apparently. All right. So yeah, let's do a couple little lines. They don't need to be super thin either. You can see I'm just going to use the tip of the brush. Maybe apply a little bit of pressure so it's not the thickest line, but it's not super thin either. I'm just kind of wiggling it as I go along. When they start to get longer, I'm going to start to separate them a little bit so they don't need to be like all going right across, or else it might look a little bit stripy like a zebra. So you can see maybe I'll start or end a few on the canvas like that, for example. Let's get a couple more on here and then I'll show you the technique. So maybe you can see that one ends there. Maybe we'll like put another one right beside it, you know, as if it's kind of like stopping and starting again. So you're leaving some gaps here and there, but there's no issue if some of them are getting nice and tight together here and there as well. Just kind of thinking of putting them on sporadically as best as you can rather than putting them on nice and uniform. I think that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to have the exact same gap length every time, or yeah, or have them all exactly going, you know, one side to the other, one side to the other. You want to be splitting them up at random points. You want to be moving them a little bit beside each other or further away. So just kind of keep that in mind as you go along. All right. Then what you can do is you can wipe off your brush. I just kind of gave it a little touch in the water and then wiped it off. And I'm just going to brush on the bottom. So on that bottom edge of each one. You can see what it does is it kind of fades it out on the bottom, but it keeps a nice dark edge on top. So you can see a nice difference, hopefully, between that one and these ones that I haven't touched. Let's try this one. Just very lightly brushing on the bottom edge. So your brush should be kind of picking up some of the paint because it should still be a little bit wet, and kind of moving it around and softening it up. That's exactly what we want. If you find that's not happening, it might be because, once again, your paint just dried a little quick. You might be in a hot room or have a big light on your canvas, one of those. So you can just either reapply paint, or you could even wet your brush a little bit and play around with more of a wet brush to try and activate the paint again. Or you can even grab like a little bit of light gray to help blend it out. Lots of options for you. But the main idea is somehow just softening up that bottom edge there. So for example, you can see mine is a little dry here. I'm just going to apply a little more of the light gray on my brush and help kind of soften up that edge by either overlapping or by blending wet on wet. That was Karen. Welcome in, Karen. I'm just doing a step-by-step painting tutorial right now. If you have any questions, let me know. It's so hard, CJ, for me to like hear music while other music is playing. I've realized this while being on stream before. It's so difficult. I can like half hear it when you put those lyrics in there. I can half hear it. 2005, and then I can't do it past there. No, what's no, Lynn? Hold up. Yeah, I can half hear it. Yeah, both CJ Wood, I see you there. No matter what you say and what you do. Yep. Hold up. James, welcome in. Hello. Harmonizing. So excited to do 2 or 3. Oh, we could see. Charlie, no promises. No promises. Just catching up on chat. Looks like you're all chatting amongst yourselves so far. We got some purple. Oh, of course, you're all fighting with the colors. See, Lisa, these things continue. You're right in on the jokes. You know, nothing has changed. Purple. Sweets, welcome in. Thank you very much. 1 year of Toots. Yes, welcome in. Thank you very, very much. Hope you've been well. I assume you're not painting along today if you just popped in, but that's no worries at all. Let me know what you've been up to. Oh no, Newt, but your noise Newt. I gotcha. Yeah, there's no noises when we do tutorials, but I'll just Newt myself. It's fine. Okay, I'll do a couple more gray ones, but the idea is we're going to change colors as we move into different sections. So you can see I'm just going to do like 2 or 3 more gray little stripies here. Blending out. Yeah, I think I'll just do the last 2. They almost look lighter too, so let's darken them up a bit. Keep in mind, sometimes acrylic paint will, all the time, acrylic paint dries a little darker than how you apply it. So if you run into this, for example, where you're like, oh, this stuff looks darker, but I'm pulling from the same color, that might be why. This is freshly applied paint. I'm gonna darken it anyway, but freshly applied paint will look a little bit lighter. So if you know you're pulling from the same little pile of paint, don't second guess yourself. Just keep using it and it will dry the same, as long as it wasn't mixed. Oh, you can hear? Oh, it's just very faint. Yeah, I should turn it up maybe a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's just copyright free today, though. Nothing special. You guys are doing well with your harmonizing in the chat anyway. Your own tunes to bop along to. Egg. Yeah, I work till I have a half hour. Oh, gotcha. Work till 8. Gotcha. No worries, sweets. No worries. If you want this, and this as usual will be up on Twitch and YouTube if you want to repaint it. So no worries at all. Egg. See, Lisa, you're right in on it. You're fine. All right, so as we move down, again, as we get to a new section, we just want to change the color of these little sand lines. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to grab a turquoise just a little darker than our previous one. So I'm going back to our plate. I'm going to mix together white with some blue and some yellow, and I'm just doing my best to get something just a tiny bit darker than our original color there. So just kind of eyeballing it. If you happen to have this color still on your plate, you could just add a tiny bit more blue and that would be perfect. But I kind of get very messy with my mixing, you can see, so that blue is long gone. I don't know where it is anymore. It's probably under here, so forget it for me. But yeah, something like that. You can always test a little bit. Yeah, that's great. That's great. You can see it's a little bit darker. It's not super, super dark. It's almost as if you're taking this color, moving it up, this color, moving it up, you know? With the blues anyway. So let's do the same thing. These lines will get a little bit longer just because we have more space, so we have more opportunity to kind of wiggle them around a bit. Make them nice and wavy. Maybe we'll do a nice like full one here. And again, I'm just doing a few at a time. I don't want to do the whole section or else I'm probably going to run into a drying issue, right? So just doing a little bit at a time. And again, play around with them. Make a few of them like really wavy, make a couple of them a little more straight. That's fine too. You can even just like end them off like this, then that one doesn't have to continue. Just maybe leave it alone. Maybe let's do one in here instead. So let's stop there. I've done a few different lines. I'll just wash off my brush quickly. I'm using a just clean brush with nothing on it, and I'm just kind of lightly wiping on that bottom edge, softening it all up. And use a little bit of pressure. If you find it's not picking up anything, you might just be going a little light with it. That's okay. That's probably good to start nice and light, but wiggle your bristles a bit. See if it can kind of pick up anything if it's not at the start. And if you ever make a mistake, anything you want to cover up, just keep in mind you can always go back to your original colors and just kind of use it to wipe across anything, move anything around. Lise, thank you for the official follow there. Thank you very much. Todd's here. Is that stream captions I see? Yeah. I guess it's been a long time coming, Todd. I feel like it's been recommended only a few times. I've heard people talk about it, but someone was requesting it, so I turned it on very quickly as I was live, and it's all working, so that's great. I hope you enjoy it too. Yeah, welcome in. Sorrel, nice to see you as well. Welcome in to you. Alright, so my paint is already drying. I guess I was a little slow. So yeah, I'm just picking up a little bit of my previous color here to help with blending. It helps kind of either cover up the edge or literally blend it out by kind of mixing with any remaining wet dark blue there. Just anything to soften it. So this is a little bit of a process, of course. You can see it's I'm taking my time with it, just going little bits at a time. So you should too. Don't stress out about this. Don't rush through it. It's nice to really take your time at it. Get a nice cool background. Honestly, when I created this on stream with everybody, that's what I do, by the way, on Twitch. When I'm not teaching tutorials, I'm painting other things. I'm either designing upcoming tutorial paintings like this one or creating personal art or whatnot. But yeah, so I created this on stream on Twitch maybe a week or two ago. And before I even added the turtle, I know some people were like, oh, I really like it just as is. So make that your goal. You can just make a really cool background. And if there's a mistake or two here and there, don't worry about it because it will be covered up by the turtle eventually. But again, wouldn't it be neat if you just like made a really cool background and liked that just the way it was? What a guy. What a guy. Thank you for following. Welcome in. Dang, what a guy that guy is. What a guy. Bob Coat, we tell people sometimes we're like drug dealers coming to town and get everybody absolutely addicted to painting. It doesn't take much to get you addicted. True, Bob, true. Watching with the closed caption on, but sometimes it's taking some liberties with what you were saying. I should probably slow down talking, shouldn't I? Okay, I agree. It's probably because I talk so fast and I just mash a bunch of words together however I feel like, and closed caption must not like that very much. So I'll try and slow down. I guarantee I'll speed back up in 2 minutes though, watch. Sorrel, it's been a little bit. Yeah, no worries though. If you got stuff to do, I totally understand. Glad you're here though. Again, you chose a good day. We're celebrating 3,000 followers today. We're celebrating 1 year of tutorials, so lots to kind of hang out and celebrate with us. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Again, re-add some paint if you need to. If anything got a little bit too blended out, that's all right as well. Second jab is kicking my butt today. Oh yeah, was that today? I've heard that too, Todd, that the second one's a little bit worse. I'm finally pre-registered. I don't know my date yet, but I'm on some sort of a list/system now, so that's pretty cool. Congrats on your second shot, though. Ah, you froze my computer almost 10. Oh no, Heidi, I'm sorry. Just a little refresh. Sometimes if there's a poor internet connection, it'll just kind of freeze up and stop playing. But don't worry, you can always go back in the video if you need, or I can catch you up if you need, so do not worry. 2 naps, yeah, take all the naps. Apparently that's one of the big things that really kicks your butt energy-wise, so yeah, just take it as it comes, it's all good. Oh, Lisa, so you've got your first, congratulations, that's great. Yesterday, gotcha. I talk so fast, Hoki, and it hasn't improved. I thought maybe stream would help me. Like, people would say, Erin, you're talking way too fast, and then I'd maybe improve a little bit, but apparently not. I think I talk faster than ever, honestly. It's just encouraged me to talk even quicker. I have so much to say. I have so many people to talk to. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. It's just too much. All right, there's a couple more fresh ones, so I've washed off my brush, and I'm just going to once again blend on the bottom, soften them up. Cece said, it may go nude, but that's okay. So yeah, the slowing down is helping. Excellent. It may go nude, but that's okay. Don't worry about the nude, everybody. It's fine. Hey, Bree, welcome in. Oh, that's a new name. Yeah, I recognized you as Bree. I was just like, hey, Bree, and then I actually read Paint's art. Bree loves it. I gotcha. All good, all good. And it's the color. The color tipped me off too, honestly, Bree. I was like, the Bree we know and love. Excellent. All good. What was the name change about? You just felt like something a little different? You wanted it more art and painting related? I support that. Absolutely, I do. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Got a romance what? Tally? What's that, Todd? Can't take all the naps. Got things to do, people to see. Worth all the side effects for sure. That's good, that's good. I'm sure it is. I'm ready for it. Knock me out for a week, like, it doesn't matter. You guys, when I get my shot, I will not be, hesitant to take a day off streaming if I need to. At the same time, I don't know, maybe I'll still be able to paint. Maybe I'll just be tired and have shorter streams. I don't know, but yeah, knock me out. That's okay. As long as I get the shot. All good. Struggling with connection, Scooter. Will there be a video? Yes, there will. I'm sorry that your connection is struggling, but yes. You can either revisit it when your connection is a little better on Twitch or on YouTube. YouTube is where I post all the tutorials eventually, so I'd recommend YouTube. It's just a good little centralized place for everything. Let me get you the link. Scoot. There you go. There it is in chat for you if you want. You can see all my past painting tutorials, and this one will be uploaded eventually to YouTube as well, so you can look forward to that. Absolutely. Sorry again, your internet's maybe causing a little bit of trouble. I am once again asking you to yeah. I am once again asking you for your support in blending. A little more. We're gonna do not a little more, a lot more. We're gonna do a little more in this section, then we're gonna get darker again. You're doing lots of giggling, Akai. That's good. You know, giggling English, though. That's great. Giggle in English. Look at me. The closed captions are gonna murder me with that. Oh no. Mass Effect. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Mass Effect, so I couldn't comment. Tally is Bay. Romancer. Yes, just wanted to match my socials. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, consistency's good. Cool, cool, cool. So more painting for you then. Again, I support it. This is fantastic. I know you were painting already, but I feel like you were just kind of getting back into it, so hopefully this motivates you to do it more, considering it's your name now. Mm-hmm. No worries, Scooter, if you can hear me. No problem at all. And again, if you're able to come back to Twitch, the video is available on Twitch instantly when I'm done and while I'm painting. So even if you see an improvement in 10 minutes, you can always go back and kind of catch up with us. That's totally fine as well. All good here. I really appreciate you being here, though. All right, let's do a nice big long wavy one. Maybe a couple little short ones on the end. So you can see how I'm trying to sporadically put them. There's a big gap here, there's a teeny gap here, small ones, big ones, just all over the place. Have a look at it from a distance if you want as well. I always recommend that, kind of taking a step back. If you don't want to get out of your seat like me, you can even take your phone and take a quick picture, see it on a smaller screen. That lets you see kind of the whole thing together. And then that way you can kind of see maybe there's some huge gaps that you want to fill up, or maybe there's places that are a little cluttered in your opinion. You can kind of go over top of those, whatever you need to do. Once again, asking you to blend. I feel like this background would complement a mermaid very well too, at least the way mine turned out. Oh yeah? Yeah, we could do a whole, like, honestly, that view is really, really cool. We could do a whole series almost using this view. I think it's pretty cool perspective. Do a whole series of different sea creatures from it, absolutely. Like a bunch of worms. We'll see, we'll see. I think with all the other, as usual, all the other layers of things like the turtle and the like light kind of reflecting off, it'll look a little less like worms and a little more like sand. They do look kind of wormy though on their own. They're all kind of like blue worms all hanging out in the bottom of the ocean. I know, Charlene's been asking for a mermaid for a while. I know. I need to think of kind of a design. Is she swimming? Is she on a rock? I think we talked about this before. Some of you said you've seen a lot of... Oh, give me a second. A lot of you said before that you've seen a lot of designs of mermaids on rocks and you're not looking for any more of those. You want something different. So I want to make sure I'm doing something different. I'm exhausted. It's back, don't worry. Give it a second. 3, 2, 1. There we go. The video's still frozen and a spider just fell in my painting. Oh no! Heidi! Oh no! We've had a spider friend in here as well. Maybe it's the same one. He's made his way over to your painting station. Oh no! It just fell onto the paint. Hi, hello! I really like what you're doing. I'm gonna skitter around your painting now. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, Heidi. I assume you're like close to your modem or router. Maybe a direct connection would help. I'm sorry. I wish I could do more. Yeah, Kai, it runs out of battery, so I just need to switch it very quickly. I see it out of the corner of my eye usually, and I can change it very fast. That's why we do the battery. I'm exhausted, yeah. Is it Lisa? Oh dear. I don't want to know what it's saying. Tiny little spidey footprints. Yeah, he's just like a spider in the ocean. He's just traveling along. Alright, so as usual, when you get to a new section, just darken up your teal a little bit more, kind of test it out. That's a pretty good color. It's just, again, a little darker than the background. And I'm adding a little water to mine too. It just helps with like the fluidity of the paint. You can kind of see it was kind of running out here and there on my brush, but if you water it down just a little bit, you can get longer strokes, I find. So I'm kind of playing with the water a little bit. Thinning out the paint just a wee bit, just a wee bit. Otherwise you can keep just mixing fresh paint in there and trying to keep reloading your brush. Oh, that got lighter. We want it a little darker than that, please. And yeah, it's okay if your blues kind of change a little bit as you go. You can see mine was maybe getting a little more green there, and that's fine. As long as they're just nice and dark on top of your previous color, right? That's more so what's important here. Already posted a screen. Oh, good, Lisa. I'll check it out later. I'm just scared what it's saying I'm saying. Erin said, what tonight? I need to just speak slower, I'm telling you, and I'm sure that's the solution. I think there's an actual animal that's called a sea spider, isn't there? I'm not sure. I know there's the little spiders that like sit on top of water, and they're kind of scary, the ones that skitter across all quickly. Ugh. I've talked about dock spiders before. Those are probably my least favorite because they're just always so big and quick, and they just sit on the dock, and then you go on top of the dock, they go right down the crack. You're like, where'd it go? It's just gone forever. It's just gonna pop out whenever it wants when I'm lying on the dock, of course. Sea skaters. I think that might be what I'm thinking about. They kind of skitter across the top of the water. Once again, I am asking you to blend. Okay, I'm gonna keep using that. It's very funny to me. Bernie Sanders. So just using my clean brush and wiping on the bottom edge of my little wavy lines. And yeah, I keep using the word blend, but truly, like, you could even think of it as just like a dry brushing or kind of removing the paint almost. It doesn't need to necessarily blend, right? Because it isn't really blending. It's not like it's kind of blending to the background because the background is all dry. It's just that you're softening up the edge. So you might be removing paint, you might be moving the paint around. You might be adding a little paint kind of as you go because maybe your brush picks up the paint and then moves it down here as you move along to another section. So yeah, think of it however you want. I just, I keep saying blending because it kind of softens it, but truly, it's not really blending it into anything. It's just, yeah, lightly softening it in one way or another. Again, re-add if you want. I feel like I got rid of all the darkness there. I can just re-add the darkness now and leave it alone. Hi, little spicy food friends. Thinking of that, spider on the lake are called skater spiders. I don't know the official names. I just know they're quick and they just kind of go zip, 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 zip. They kind of zigzag around. It's very cute. I don't mind those. It's just the dock spiders. Those aren't great when you're swimming right by them, but otherwise they kind of stay to themselves, so they're fine. They're fine. Yeah, Kate says dock spiders are the absolute worst. Yeah, they're big, they're scary, and they just they like to hide. They like to hide right before you can really get a good idea about where they're going. They just go right down the crack. They're like, see you later. I will pop out at the most convenient time when you are most relaxed on the dock. Hi! And you're like, no! Please, no! They don't appreciate the space. They don't give you the space that you want. They're just like, oh, my space now. I own this dock. You want to lie over here? I'm gonna come right by you. Hello? That's what my spider did. He didn't appreciate my space. He came into my living room and I said, no, that's not what you agree upon. I said I could stay in here. You could stay on the ceiling, hang out a bit. And he said, no, I want to go to your living room. I said, okay, you're going outside. I'm sorry. Yeah, dock spiders are awful. Yeah, in the boat too. Yeah, they get a little too cozy. Again, it's not their place. They just don't appreciate the space. Oh, look, a nice little boat that doesn't belong to me. Let me just make a home in it. And then come out and scare whoever the owner is. Got it working. Oh, lovely, but the dead spider body is still... No! He's dead! Heidi, I didn't realize he died. I thought he just landed there and was happily chilling. Oh no. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna remove it? Or is he part of the painting now? He sacrificed himself for the art. It's so beautiful, I must be part of it! Poop. Plop. Oh, spider. We hardly knew thee. He's just a diehard for art. My parents found one in the couch once. Oh no! Made its way inside. Not appropriate. Not fair, spider. It was awful. I'll never forget. Dock spiders are terrifying. Snakes hiding under your canoe isn't fun too. I don't mind snakes. I truly don't. They can be scary. Again, they can kind of like jet out from nowhere and kind of spook you, but as a whole, I really don't think snakes are the worst. I used to pick up snakes, like, didn't even bug me. I probably wouldn't be able to anymore, but put on a pair of gloves, I'd be able to just wrangle those guys easy. No worries with me. I like snakes. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, you can see my blue's kind of changing. I don't really mind it. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. As long as it's darker, that's fine. And it's just because I keep mixing more blue, right? I keep adding maybe a little more yellow or a little less yellow by accident. It's not intentional, but it's just what's happening, so I'm just gonna accept it. I'm gonna darken this one a bit. Excuse me, it looks like I'll do a couple more before darkening even more for the last little bit. He's happily chilling till I murdered him. Oh, Heidi! That's my husband. Sure. Do what you gotta do. Happily chilling till you die. Oh no, till you kill him. I let them live, Heidi. I can't do it. I get too spooked about it, and I just capture them and I release them to the wild. That's what I did to the one that came to my living room. Again, the whole story for those who weren't here was that there was a spider during a tutorial one time, and it was hanging out on the ceiling above me, and we were talking to it and trying to be friendly with it. And then a few days later, he came out into my living room as I was enjoying some TV, winding down for the evening, and he crawled up onto my blanket that I was cuddling with. And that's when I carefully took said blanket and shook it outside to remove the spider. Yeah, I don't like killing them or any bugs. I can't do it. Your son has 8 pet tarantulas, Mary? Welcome in, Mary. I see you there. 8, though? Why 8? That's too many to keep track of. That's like you gotta go over to their little habitat every hour and be like, are there 8? And then you can only count 7 and then you panic. I could see having a pet tarantula, but 8 is a lot. 8 is a lot. Oh, man. Robin, we have some venomous snakes too. Okay, fair, fair. To be fair, I've never had to handle, like, legitimately scary venomous snakes. They've always been garter snakes, which are not venomous and, like, don't usually even bite unless they're really, really threatened. They're usually pretty relaxed. But yeah, I'm sure I'd think differently if they were venomous, for sure. Tammy, thank you for following and welcome in. Tammy Rollo. We're just doing a step-by-step painting tutorial right now. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, please let me know. We're just chatting as we're painting, so feel free to chat about whatever. Walk through a trail of bat boxes in the trees. Bats? Oh, I don't mind bats either, as long as they don't swoop down on me. Arkner, thanks for the follow as well. Hello, hello. And then just sit on the dock, and when you go on top of the doctor, write down the crack, not one of them. Oh, oh dear. The doctor? I said the dock. Closed captioning, what are you doing? Hokey, yo, my hubby just got me a Switch. Oh, it came today, congrats, Hokey. Do you have any games with it? What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? Oh my gosh, the best birthday present, yes! You can play all the Switch games now! Yeah, what's your favorite one? Which one are you gonna get? One for each leg. Ah! It's true. I think it, yeah, makes it rain or maybe bad luck. I'm not sure, Hope, but either way, it's more so I can't do it. I can't do it. Whatever the folklore is, it doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't know you had a tarantula, Elvin. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Aw. Oh, I had no idea. I knew you had your cats. Oh dear, that's sad. All in their own cages. Oh, okay, so they're a little easier to count. I see. Do they not get along together? They wouldn't be able to be in their own cages? Everyone, I'm just doing my final section here of the same technique, just doing an even darker blue. So remember, you could add a little black to it if you needed a little darker. So feel free to do that. I'm just using that dark turquoise and adding a tiny bit of black. And I'll make it just dark enough to show up on top of this previous color here. Gray, welcome in. We did it. We did it. 64 legs, true. 8 by 8. He just handed it to me. Oh my god, no way. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. Like literally right now. Pokey's husband, you're the best for getting a Switch. Best gift ever. Wow, now you have all the time to think about what you want to get to pair with it. That's so cool. Oh, we're getting live updates. This is so exciting, Hokey. Birthday presents. Animal Crossing. Oh, that's so exciting. I hope you love it. I hope you love it. As you obviously know, so many play Animal Crossing in here, so you'll be able to jump in on those combos now. You can ask some questions using that tag function in Discord. I'm so happy we have that now. Get some tips and tricks like I was doing on stream. Tammy, I see I found you on Facebook and just got to the Twitch app. No worries, Tammy. So I'm a little bit into the tutorial now. I can either help you catch up a little bit. I can like quickly describe what I've done. Or if you want, you can hang out a little bit, kind of see what I'm doing, and then you can watch the video back after, either on Twitch or on YouTube. I always upload these to YouTube eventually. But yeah, whatever you feel. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. It really helps for you to make an account and follow, honestly, so I really appreciate you doing that. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, great, 3,000 hips. No, you're fine, you're fine. It's all good. Yeah, we hit it at the start of stream. Gray, I was a little worried almost that like we'd hit it offline because people were following when I was offline the last couple days, but it was good timing. It was good timing. It's all good. Welcome in, Gray. Yeah, Just Dance. Snakes too. I think I knew that. My tarantula's a bit old. Sad state for a while. Oh no. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's awful, Elvin. I was saying true to the idea of like no option for euthanizing. Wow, yeah, I wonder. Would like any vet be equipped to do that? Just kind of off the bat, hey, I have a tarantula, can you help me? I wonder. Clearly not. If you were looking into it, it sounds like it must have been a little bit of an issue. Yeah, don't use a shoe. That's really awful. Just because it's a spider doesn't mean you don't love it. It's not a cherished pet. Oh my gosh, would you use a shoe for any other pet? No. That's really heartless, honestly. Yikes, dude. So maybe natural causes, it sounds like. It finally passed. Oh dear. Yeah, I've never thought of that, honestly, Elvin. The idea that, like, you'd want to euthanize a spider here and there, and I don't know if, again, vets would be equipped for that. Sounds like not. Okay, so you can see I'm getting a little messy here. So I'll demonstrate. If that happens to you, you can just make a little bit of a lighter version of your color that matches more of the background here. Maybe like this. Yeah, cover some stuff up. I'm going to try and separate these two lines a little bit more, clean them up. Just wipe it right on top, and it kind of smooths it all out again. It's not perfect, but it helps separate them a bit more. It got a little messy there. There we go. I'm going to keep blending away. Yeah, oh yeah, Just Dance on the Switch. Thanks, Gray, for the YouTube link. Fox Connect. Yeah, Fika's still there, Lisa. Birthday twins, birthday twins. Sounds good, Tammy. Again, I appreciate you popping in to say hi. Yeah, it'll be here on Twitch immediately after. Even right now, Tammy, honestly, if you go to the videos section, if you click my username, erinbunpaints, and then click videos, you can actually see this video as it's being recorded. So if you want, you can. If you'd rather do it another day, that's fine too. Yeah, we are birthday buddies, yes. Yeah! Male tarantulas, once they hit sexual maturity, they get about 1 more year. Oh, wow. The last month they have to mature? It's their last one? Whoa. Huh, so that leaves like how many years, Alvin, for life? I had no idea. Yeah, as much as I think spiders are kind of cute, I really don't know much about them. Blue I'm using is maybe a little bit lighter, so I'm getting a little bit of a lighter streak there, but again, not too worried. As long as we're kind of fading out those edges, that's what I'm more concerned about. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. I could, of course, play with this even more and kind of perfect it and maybe fill in a few more gaps, but I think I'll leave that for now. I'll give everyone a couple more minutes if they're still working on adding, and then we can start our turtle. Our turtle's gonna be next, actually. We're going to do a couple layers for the turtle. We're going to outline just kind of in white for the first step. We're going to fill them in with all white. That way all the colors can really pop off nice and bright, so that allows us to kind of shape the whole thing up, change it very easily if we need to because we're using white paint, and then I'll kind of lead you through all the different orders of colors there. For 2 to 3 years. Okay. Females are much longer. Huh. All right. Yeah, I had no idea about any of that. I clearly haven't seriously looked into getting one as a pet. I think it's a cool concept, but I've never really super thought about it, or else I probably would have known that. 2 to 3 years. Still, yeah. That's definitely shorter than I thought, so it's not a huge commitment. That's kind of nice, actually. And were you ever scared of it, like, getting out of its cage? Were you ever, like, did you have any moments of not seeing him for a quick second and being like, uh-oh? Because I think I'd be doing that all the time. Maybe he's hiding in the corner. I'm like, where'd he go? Again, the 8 tarantulas, though, I can't get over that. Just going to each little cage and be like, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? 8 of them. Couldn't stop at 5, couldn't stop at 7. Oh. Terrarium tarantula. I guess in small terrariums, yeah, I guess you could say that, not cages. They're not caged. Terrarium is probably a better word. Terrarium. Make sure the closed captions get that one. Little homes, little environments. Hold your breath until you look in the cage and see it's still there. Absolutely. You're like, yeah. They hid deep in the dirt. See, this is scary, Mary. This is like, I'd have a heart attack in that time period. In those 5 seconds, I'd be like, it's gone, it's gone. It's under my pillow. Where is it? It's in my bed. Yeah, Lynn, I don't want to say like I'm not afraid of them. I'm sure if one slithered around like right in front of me, I'd be like, ah, like just out of a pure excitement, a pure, you know, surprise. Library Lynn, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We're doing a step-by-step acrylic painting tutorial right now. Jay Lawson as well, thanks for the follow. Hello as well. Same thing, if either of you have questions about what I'm doing, let me know. I'm chatting and painting at the same time, so nice and easy to keep a convo up. But yeah, Lynn, unless it like jumps out at me, I wouldn't say I'm scared of them. I think they're kind of cute. Look up close to their face. They're just 2 little beady eyes and a little tongue. It's adorable. He once ran out while I was cleaning and there was a moment of panic and I wouldn't catch him. I worry more about the scorpion getting out. He is shy but still has the ponytail. Of course, yes. He's shy but he'll still use that thing if he needs to. My son takes care of them. It's cool to watch them make webs. Oh yeah, that would be a cool thing, Mary. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure it's a big responsibility taking care of 8. That's great for him. Not for me. That's okay. Everyone's got their thing. Chat, can be random fact that you don't think anyone else knows about little critters. I'm sure we still learn in real life. Yeah, I don't know many facts about little random critters. How many eyes do tarantulas have? Like a billion? They have a bunch of eyes, right? That's a cool little fact. Oh, what is the fact we learned? Who was it that was talking about it? I think it was Sophie. Sophie was saying that she went on vacation and there were little tarantulas around in the forest area that she was hiking in. And she was told by the tour guide to pet the tarantula. And then little did she know that the little fuzzies on tarantulas aren't actually cute and fuzzy and like soft. They're actually very prickly and they like dig into your skin. So she gave it a little pet and then went like all the little fuzzies went into her finger. She was like, ah! So I know that now. Tarantulas are not actually fuzzy. You don't want to pet them usually. From what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, tarantula experts, but that's what I learned. I think it was from Sophie like a month ago on Twitch here. That's what she said. She said they were like little tiny pointy daggers going into her finger. Heidi, thank you for the official follow too. I appreciate it. Again, all of those help me, so thank you. If it jumps out at you like a jumping spider? Yeah, like a jumping spider. I wouldn't like that. Terrarium, yay! Pointy-tail, not pointy tail. He still has his ponytail. Bob, my boat won't have spiders or snakes. True, I did down the wood with my cottage. Gotcha. 8 as others. 8 eyes as well, so it's 8 eyes and legs. Okay, okay. Not a billion. Dang it, I was off by just a little bit. Fun fact about tortoises, they have a pose called a sun worship where they literally stick out their little feet, legs, tail, and soak up the sun. Do they raise their like neck out like this? They go, oh, kind of like going towards the sun as well. I feel like I've seen that before. Hope if that's true. Oh, it's like a little yoga pose almost. They're doing a nice big stretch. That's a cute fact. Okay, I just gave, I got a couple extra minutes in case you're still working on those little wavy bits. Now we're gonna do the nice big turtle in the middle here. So like I said, if you have a different vision for this painting, maybe you like the background, you want to use this kind of perspective to put something else there, that's totally fine. Do what you like to do. But I'll teach you, what I go through for the little turtle here. Not little, he's a big turtle. He's a big turtle. So I wanted my turtle a little bit off center. I wanted him a little further down so we get a little more room for his head and his nice big fins coming out. So if you want to kind of find middle and maybe go a little bit further down, that's going to be like the middle of his shell. I'll just put a little white paint on my brush and maybe do that or something. That'll all be covered, so that's fine. I will be using the medium round for this, by the way, and I did wash it off and I have some white paint on there. All right. What I like to do is I then like to try and do some sort of an oval shape, which I will touch up later, but for now you can see I just like to go round and round and round until I'm confident, and then I kind of touch the brush to the canvas and just let it create a nice oval that I was just going round and round and round with. So I have a very basic oval there. It's kind of like my starting point, and I can kind of look at it and say, where is that? Is that a little too high up? Do I need to bring it like down this way a little more, maybe over a little bit here. I think it needs to be over a little bit more if I want it a little more centered, so now I have the opportunity to kind of change it a little bit, see? I can start to make it a little bigger. That was another key as well, guys. I didn't do it as big as I wanted, just a little smaller. Oh, Jungle, thank you for checking. It's exclamation tips. You missed the S on the end. There we go. Yeah, and I'm just going to start to, yeah, kind of mold this out into the shape I want. It is very basically oval shape, but it has maybe 2 points at the ends. Pastilaroo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just doing a step-by-step acrylic painting tutorial right now. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, you can see I'm slowly just making it a little rounder, maybe extending the edges a bit more, kind of out like this, because again, you can see it's kind of ovally, but still very round. Just go nice and slow with it, just little bits at a time. Maybe I'll make it a little longer up here. Small amounts. It's hard to go wrong if you just go nice and slow, adding a little bit at a time. And again, I'm just using plain white paint for now, so I'm not worrying about colors or anything. This is just a nice little base coat, so you can go nice and slow, shaping out just the shell. I'm just worried about the shell for now. You can see I'm just making sure to leave some room bottom left, some room on the bottom right, and I have lots of room up here for the head and the fins because this is a little bit off center there. Okay, I'll try and chat as I'm shaping this guy up here. I'm picturing a scorpion with a ponytail. Yeah, it's kind of cute, Hoki. Maybe not the ponytail from the stinger, but just the idea of like a scorpion with a nice little hairdo, like a nice high ponytail like me. That'd be kind of cute. Hi guys! No stinger here, just a cool hairdo, thank you. And you can see as I'm shaping, I'm kind of starting to point these two ends here. I haven't done this end, but this one here, even though we'll put a head here eventually, it still kind of comes to a little more of a point. You relax the little neck, yes. Oh, cute. Some have urticating? Oh, I don't know that word. Hairs, it's a defense mechanism where they fling their hairs on their rump as a threat. Oh, the hairs have little hooks. Yeah, she was describing hooks that stick and cause an itchy, irritating rash. Yeah, she said it like buried into her skin. It was very irritating. Huh, interesting, Alvin. Yeah, it was in the wild. Yes, it is, Lisa. We have a little shrine for the volcano plate now. We have the, it's always hard to point. There we go. That half, and then the other half that the Among Us character is sitting on there. For those who don't know what volcano plated, it was our 5-year-old acrylic paint palette. So I have this one right now that's about 5 months old at this point, and I just use it over and over and over again. I stack paint on paint on paint. It's a nice solid plate at this point. But for 5 years I used the same one and it became a nice big volcano. If you type exclamation volcano plate in the chat, you can get a better photo of it, and you can actually see me splitting it in half. Because after 5 years I really wanted to see what was in the middle of it, so feel free to check that out if you want. But yes, it's there for good, I think, Lisa, unless I start to split it up even more. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, there's a little bit of info in case anyone has never heard of the volcano plate. Whenever you're ready to, everyone, you can actually fill this in. Sometimes it helps to kind of see the overall shape to fill it in, so feel free to do that if you're kind of struggling with, you know, how big you want it, or if you think, yeah, you're not sure how it's looking. Fill it all in, and then you can kind of see it as a whole. I'm liking this basically here. I might want to point out the little bottom part a little bit more, but I think the size is good. I think my original might be a tiny bit bigger. I still think maybe from the bottom edge I need to bring it out a little more and then come back in. Yeah, I think that's good. What I did there is I just did a straight line from the top to the bottom just to make sure it's all lining up, kind of. He's kind of facing this way. We want everything to line up that way. If it helps too, you can even twist your canvas. I think I even did that a little bit as I was making the turtle. Twist it so you can look at it kind of going straight up and down. That'll help a little more with the fins, I'm sure, but do that at any time if that helps you with the overall shape, for sure. Oh wow, and that was when we got 2,000 followers. I forgot about that. That was like right when the split happened. That was crazy timing too. Wow, wow, wow. All right, you can see I've kind of pointed this out. He's almost like a football shape. I shouldn't even really say oval because he's kind of, again, pinched at the two ends there, but a little bit of a football. Yeah, football shell. I'll give a quick minute in case anyone's still shaping it out. I'll just kind of touch up some edges a little bit here and there and keep filling them in. And you can see the white doesn't need to be perfect, you know, if there's a little bit of blue showing through or it's a little streaky, that's totally fine. It's more so just to get, again, like I said, a base coat. You can see we'll put a nice dark color on top, so it doesn't, it's not too worrisome if we see a little bit of blue showing through here and there. Yeah, a wide football, just a nice round, overinflated. Ooh, don't want to piss off anybody. I was going to say a Tom Brady football, but don't know if there's any Patriots fans in the chat that will be very upset. I'm only kidding, guys. I'm only kidding. Deflategate. Oh wait, it was deflated, right? It wasn't overinflated. It was the opposite, wasn't it? I forget. It was such a silly little scandal. Yeah, the clip is great, huh? Hey, Dragon, what's up? Oh, absolutely. Just made tea. Welcome in. I wish I could say the same. It's too late for me to make tea unless it's decaffeinated. But anyway, welcome in, Dragon. Welcome in. Really nice to see you. Yeah, we just hit 3,000 followers a little bit earlier. We're celebrating the 1 year for tutorials, so very special. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, Hoki, you got it. Didn't know if anyone would, but yeah, just football jokes. There was a time where I was into football, not as much anymore. Anywho, so we have our nice football shell, so let's add a few more things to our turtle to make him a little more turtle-like. Let's start with our just little feetsies down here. These are pretty straightforward. Let me zoom in for you just so you can really see. Just the shape. We're not worried about the colors or anything, just the shape. You can see it's pretty much just like a curve coming to a little bit of a point, maybe like a rounded point you could say, and then another curve coming up, maybe a little bit of a flat side to each fin as it gets closer to the shell, but otherwise it kind of curves at the end here. And they're just kind of pointing out diagonally from either side there. So even if you want, you can start with two little lines just to show yourself where you want to put them. I like doing that. It makes it look like he has tiny little feet. And then you're just kind of like widening them out a little bit at a time. Start small. Again, you can start a little small and see how it looks. It's way too small for my big shell. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Maybe a wee bit bigger than that. I'll zoom out again just so you can get perspective here and size. But if you have your shell pretty much in the same spot as I do, the fin is going to get very close to the bottom. Very close to the bottom. Oh yeah, very special, Hope. Lots of stuff. In the next like week, there's lots of going on, honestly. I'm very excited for Sunday. I didn't say, oh yeah, I didn't say this on Discord. So sorry guys. There is no movie night tomorrow because I have a private event tomorrow night, so that's really great too. No stream or movie night tomorrow. I'll be either prepping for Sunday or doing the private event. I'll be keeping busy. So just so everyone knows, I'll write that in Discord though, in case anyone's wondering. Okay, same thing on this side. Just gonna try and match the width of this one. It might kind of fall off like in my original, but no worries if so. As long as it's about the same width and size. Just kind of pretend where it's going here. There he is. Two little flipper feet coming out. I think I just want to extend this a little bit more. There we go. Oh, thanks, Dragon. Yeah, tea is good anytime, Lisa. I always forget about the decaf option. I'm so used to it having caffeine in it. Turtle feet. Get that cash money. No worries, it sounds awesome. Good, I'm glad. Okay, let's do some flippers at the top here. So these ones, of course, are a little bit different. You can see they're a little pointier. They're nice and long so they can swim with them. They're not just using them as little rudders or little flip-floppies. They want to actually do some nice big swimming with them. So what I like to do is I like to start with kind of the top edge of each. See how the top edge comes out and then over? So it's a little quick line coming out and then over. Same over here. It goes. Oops, I'll move this like this. Out, over. So it's kind of like two straight lines with a little bit of a curve in them. Let's, I'll zoom you back out again, get perspective. Then you can watch me go here. So same thing, if you want to just give 2 little tick marks, just to get confident on where you're putting them. Again, it makes him look like he has 2 little tiny arms. It's cute. Then we're just going to do the top edge. So I go out, so I'm kind of doing a nice quick line going pretty much straight out from the shell, what I would imagine is straight out. So out and over. So it's almost like it's angling like straight to the shell. See that? It's like going right across like this. So angled out and then right across. Same on the other side, out. Try to do it about the same size or length as the other one. Over like that. Once again, this one's just gonna fall off and that's okay. Now I'd say they're longer than you think, but again, if you want to start short and just kind of lengthen as you need, even after you shape it up even more, that's fine too, just to get confident with it. All right, once you have those 2 lines on, then you're just kind of filling in the bottom half, and the bottom half, what you do, you just kind of keep it nice and thin at the end here, so you can kind of leave this alone, and you're just going to start to widen out as you get further in. So I'm just kind of bringing another line out further and further. So it creates more of a flipper here. That's a little too thin up here. I'll widen it out a little bit more. And again, I'm just kind of looking at my original, trying to match it a little bit. Maybe I'll put a little bit of a wave in here by wiggling my brush. Yeah, nice and wide, nice and thin. Private event, are you getting your art placed for viewing? Oh, no, that's okay, Hope. When I say private event, that means that I'm teaching a private group a step-by-step tutorial. So I'm doing a birthday party tomorrow, for example, over Zoom. So someone has hired me from like 6:30 to 8:30 to host a little birthday party for her daughter and their friends over Zoom. So they choose the painting from my collection. I can also do custom paintings. That is an option. And then I meet them on Zoom at a specified time, and I can teach them step by step how to paint the painting. They get all the supplies themselves. I give them a little list, and they can shop for whatever supplies they need, because I find that people sometimes have the supplies already and just kind of use what they have, so that's really nice. Yeah, they just go out and buy what they need. And Zoom is great. Again, private events are great because they're on Zoom, so that means I can literally see what people are doing. So if anyone's having an issue, they can say, oh, have a look here, like what can I do better, or what am I doing wrong, things like that, and then I can give them some live feedback as I go. So it's similar to these tutorials on Twitch, but yeah, a little bit more intimate. It's with a smaller group, so I have more time to help people individually. Yeah. Gonna have to go tea shopping down the last tea bags when enjoying the lavender and blueberry kind as well. Red velvet? Oh man, Dragon. These are some beautiful dessert teas. Wow, wow, wow. Blueberry too sounds very, very good. Reminds me of a great clip for Unsick. Which one is that, Lisa? Sushi, welcome in. See, we were talking about you. Someone else was named Flora, and I was like, we have a Flora. Thank you, Sushi. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Can you link sharing? You should go to Discord probably, Lisa. We now have a channel in Discord called Livestream Chat, and if you put them there, there's also a Clips channel actually if you want to go there. But the Livestream Chat is like for link sharing and picture sharing during stream to make that a little easier, so I'd recommend that. Thanks, Charlene. Yeah, Dragon, yeah, it's good. And again, it's like legitimate income, again, because I'm being paid for my time, so it's really, really good. Yeah, it's becoming a little more consistent too, honestly, which is nice. Right, now that I have the flippers on, I still might make them a little bigger, but for now I'll put the head on and kind of see what everything looks like. Shay, hello! Welcome in! Just gonna do the head real quick, then we can chat a bit, Shay. The head is very similar to the flippers. I kind of do these straighter edges at the start here. You can see obviously I'm going right in the center, top center. I'm gonna go kind of straighter, kind of curve in, and do a nice rounded nose. I'm definitely not doing a point here. I want it nice and round for the nice little nose of the turtle. And yeah, I just fill it in, see how it's looking. I think that's a good size. I think it's the fins that I need to make a little bigger. So that's what I'm gonna do to mine. You guys can kind of look over your turtles, decide what more you need to do. But yeah, I think these look very wide compared to these guys. So I'm just gonna make these a little wider and maybe a little longer. This one's run out of space, but I've got some room for this one. Not much. I always just go a little bit at a time. But yeah, Shay, thank you so much for resubscribing. Welcome in. Yeah, 1 year, 10 for me. Yeah! And it's not even the stream anniversary too, so like you'll be even closer when it's stream anniversary. This is just the toot anniversary. the Tootiversary, if you remember, I was doing toots on Facebook for a hot minute. So it's not even like 1 year on Twitch. So yeah, when that happens, you'll be even closer, which is pretty crazy. Welcome in, yeah. Nulwick ended up not being able to join in time. Are you going to post the video, follow along with later? Oh, that's okay, Nulwick. All good, all good. So actually, if you want, if you're ready to paint now, you can paint along now by going to the the start of the video. If you click my username, erinbunpaints, it'll kind of open up a bunch of tabs. It'll say about, videos, it'll say a couple other things, schedule. Click the video section, and you can click this video, which is still, it's still playing right now. Dax, welcome in. Dax and Chan, thanks for the follow. Hello. I see you in chat. I'll say hi in a second. So yeah, Null, if you want, you can do that. Or I do post them to YouTube later. If you see that little social section in the chat there, you can click YouTube. I'll be uploading this to YouTube whenever I can. It might take a little bit because I'm a little behind on uploading, but I will try my best to get this up as soon as possible for you. Hope that helps. Shay and them both lovely. Yeah, it's cool, Shay. It's a lot happening too. We just had 3,000 follower hype too, so it's a lot going on today. Yeah, Daxton, welcome in. I see you in the chat. Welcome in. I'm doing a step-by-step tutorial right now. If you have any questions, just let me know. We have some people painting along. We have some just chatting along on a lovely Friday, so welcome in. Oh, thanks, Crafty. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do this, for those wondering, I do this every Friday, pretty much. I don't want to say every single Friday, because again, I do have a private event coming up 2 Fridays from now, so I might shift it to a Saturday, but I do my best to do this at least once a week, teaching step by step. I already have one for next week. It's this kind of wave hitting a rock here. That'll be next week's all ready to go. That's next Friday at 8 p.m. And yeah, I just continuously design new paintings to reteach them, so if you like it, you can stick around. Thank you, Crafty. Yeah, you're welcome, Null. You like drawing? Yeah, Daxton? With like charcoal, just like kind of pencil or colored pencils, what do you like drawing with? So excited you have such a big crowd. It's nuts, eh? Yeah, I'm very excited too, Shay. It means a lot that everyone kind of came out. I don't know if it's just more of a popular painting tonight, because I think it is, honestly, but also I think some people are coming out just to like celebrate with me, which is really nice. So thanks everyone for being here. Pencil, okay, we have a few of those Daxton who enjoy kind of graphite and sketching with pencil too. We have a channel in the Discord just called Drawing, and people are always filling up that that section with lots of beautiful portraits and stuff, so I recommend checking out if you'd like that. Thank you, thanks Daxton. Yeah, you can see I'm just reteaching it. This is my original right here, which is actually right here, if you're curious. Nope, that one. This one. So you can see we're just making our way to the original, teaching it step by step. We're getting there. Everyone, I'll just give another quick minute in case you're doing the white of the turtle, and then we'll start to fill them in. We can do probably the shell first, and then we'll kind of move to the fins because we just touched up the fins a minute ago. Yeah. Yeah, Hope said it best there, exactly. Go to Discord, you can see all the lovely art sharing. Lisa, it's like we pulled you in, it's like the energies pulled you in. The exciting celebration energies. It's good, it's great timing, Lisa. I love it. Dragon, I tuned in for animal paints the most. So much fun, yeah. That's interesting because I'm not the biggest fan of doing animals. Animals just scare me for painting, Dragon, so I try my best to like challenge myself with animals, and it seems like when I do them, people really like them, and I think I do pretty well at them, but at the time when I'm doing it, I'm really freaked out about it. I do this thing, Dragon, that I want to like make an animal realistic and believable, but also kind of cute or cartoony or whatnot. It's hard for me to find a balance with some animals with that. This one I think is a little more realistic rather than cartoony, which is nice, but yeah, I just struggle with it sometimes for sure. Next week, I showed it just there. It's the wave crashing. I don't know about the next week though yet, Charlene, because I do have a private event on that Friday, so it'll be on the Saturday. I'm sure I'll get something organized. I just don't know what quite yet. Oh, okay, Daxton, gotcha. So good morning to you. It is evening here. I'm in Canada EST time zone, just for reference. It's 9:30 p.m. right now. It's getting late. Oh, no worries, Lisa. Yeah, you're across the pond. Absolutely. Yeah, you should sleep for sure. I really appreciate you coming in, Lisa. Yeah, thank you so much. No worries at all. Go to sleep. Maybe I'll see you another day soon. Yeah, Lynn, so excited. It's not often that you paint live too, so that's really exciting as well. Y'all, is the wave? Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll be next Friday. Made the shell a little too small for the rest of the body. Lol, it's okay, baby toad. Oh, that's so cute. He's just growing out of his shell, you know? Pizza, he's just looking for his new shell. He's gonna look around for that very, very soon. That's cute. Oh, where can I find the link? Oh, if you type in exclamation Discord, you can get it there. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, feel free to join. Welcome to all. 18 plus, I guess I should say that. I recently changed the rules in Discord. It's now 18 plus versus Twitch stream is 13 plus. Just so you know, just so you know. Okay, let's get to the shell a little bit and then I'll keep chatting with everybody. So let me zoom in. The shell's kind of an interesting little spot here. So what I did is I actually started with the light colors. I started with this kind of golden yellow, and I did these up and down strokes, a lot bigger than what you see here, a lot bigger. And I did them in these little patterns. I tried my best to get kind of a shell pattern going, like the, you know, just traditional like tortoise pattern, tortoise look, I guess. And to me, it was a lot of like these curves that kind of go up and down, up and down, up and down. And then a couple little spots, maybe, like a little spot here, another curve, spot, curve, spot, curve, curve. So that's what I was kind of looking at. And then later on, I'll be taking a darker color and kind of sweeping around it. So it kind of closes up the areas. It kind of overlaps the golden yellow a little bit, makes it more streaky, makes it more textured, like again, like the tortoise shell kind of pattern or look. So that's the process. We'll do the gold first and then this kind of reddish brown shell. I'll zoom you out. Ta-da! There we go. And I'm going to keep using the medium round brush, and I'm going to mix 3 colors together. I'm going to mix yellow and white first of all, and then I'm adding red. You can see, maybe you can see I'm trying to get some red ready on my plate. I'm nervous about it. There we go. Get it unplugged there. So do some yellow and white first, so you get like a nice light yellow. And then we can add just a tiny amount of red. We just want to add the red to make it a little more golden toned. I'll show you my plate in a second. Here we go. Medium round. I got white. I'm gonna mix that with yellow and just a tiny bit of red to make it more of golden toned. So you can think of it like a light orange or a golden yellow. I'm sure there's lots of different names for this color, but something again a little warmer. Or whatever color you want too. If you want your turtle to have a different kind of shell pattern, different colors, go for it. You can do any light color and then use the reddish brown to kind of overlap. Something like that. See that compared to the yellow, a little more golden toned. So what I'm doing is I'm stroking up and down compared to the shell. I'm going kind of diagonal with the shell, I guess. But I'm still trying to make these shapes. So I'm going up and down and creating these kind of curves. That's a curve going up and down. Let's do another one maybe like over here. So I kind of do some in the middle. You'll see my little pattern is that I do these shapes in the middle and then I do kind of on the sides as well. I kind of offset them, so I'm not doing curve like a McDonald's sign. I'm kind of separating them a little bit. Kind of move this one a little further up, curve down. So it might not come out the cleanest, obviously, but that's the point. You want it to be kind of sketchy looking, a little bit rough looking. And like I said, I'm adding way more than what you see on the turtle because we'll use that dark reddish brown to kind of cover up some. So you want to make sure you have lots so that when you overlap that there's some left behind. So I like to do those little curves, and then underneath the curves, I do kind of a spot. I'm going to call it a spot. So I just kind of go up and down like that. Maybe I'll go a little further up. Again, I'm trying to match. There's a nice spot. There's a nice spot there. I love your paint on animals. With your paint techniques, I can build better my skills. Oh, good. I'm glad you said that, Dragon. The more people say that, the more I'm motivated to do more animals, honestly. Especially if it means different techniques, because I want to make sure I'm always kind of teaching something new, right? And not getting too repetitive. So that really is nice. Yeah, thank you. At the beginning was painting a little bit more alive, but now I'm getting old. Oh, you're fine, you're fine. Using a plastic, I'm using a A paper plate, actually. It's a paper plate. Yeah. And there's the supplies. Yeah, Dax and I keep the supplies the same every single time. But yeah, it's a paper plate. Just a usual paper plate, nothing fancy, and it's the same paper plate I've used for 4 to 5 months now. Scaredy needs a merfox. Welcome in. If only we had room. This guy's taking up a lot of room. Welcome in. Merfox would be cool. Are you doing Mermaid Dragon? I've seen a few people in Discord doing Mermaid, so I wanted to ask. All right, so once we have kind of that set, we just kind of start again. We can do a nice little curve again, so I'll go up and down. Do one to match over here, up, then down. Again, very messy. You can see my brush just going up and down. And then this curve will maybe come down here. It'll go up and down. So you can kind of see the pattern coming together. Again, it's a very loose pattern. I'll keep saying that. It's not like these are all lined up perfectly. It's not going to make or break the turtle. I think it's more so the textures that really bring the shell together. So maybe I'll fit another spot down here. And I guess in theory that would mean a spot could go right here. And maybe a little bit right here. Don't force it. If it just doesn't fit, it just doesn't fit. That's okay. Yeah, it's a funky little pattern. Let's see if we can do one more. So I guess next would be spot. And then spot a little higher. Spot a little higher. And then maybe we see just a little bit of like a curve coming up here. Cool. Maybe that spot can come a little further down. Like I said, you can be very messy with it because we can kind of clean things up with the darker color anyway. Haven't yet been meaning to. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of cool posts recently, not even just in Discord Dragon, but all over Instagram and on Twitch. A lot of people are doing Mermaid. It's really cool to see everyone's interpretations. Gotta head out. No worries, Lori. Migraines. Oh, yeah, please go ahead. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope to see you on Sunday. If your migraine is getting better, don't worry. If you gotta rest, it's all good. I'll be online for a while on Sunday though, so whenever works. Is your paper plate preference on your... It actually should be. I actually didn't list it, Scaredy, but it should be a requirement. A soon-to-be volcano plate, yeah. Absolutely. Seal, welcome back. Hello, hello. It's Libtesh? Besh? Let's see that. Love your techniques. Watching tonight, but want to paint tomorrow. Can I watch this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'll call you Besh, okay? If you click my name right now, erinbunpaints, in kind of the bottom left, a bunch of tabs will pop up. It'll be like about, schedule, videos. You can click the videos tab, and then you'll see this video as of tomorrow, but even right now, you could even look through it. So yeah, it'll stay on Twitch, and then eventually it'll go to YouTube. youtube.com/erinbunpaints. That's where all of my past tutorials are too. So if even if you want to find a different one to do at any time, they're all right there, and I'll be uploading this as soon as possible too. Posted my new drawing on the Discord that I'm working on, so after that piece is done. So work on that while I reference. Gotcha. Well, cool. Yeah, man, I want to peel some stuff. Not off this plate, Scaredy, but my little TV dinner tray here. It's got some good peeling opportunities that I want to film. I want to save it. I've accidentally peeled some off just from like paper towel sticking, but I want to do a video where I'm peeling. I really want to, so watch for that. We'll see. Oh, got it. Okay. Who tried to paint handsome Squidward instead belongs in the trash. I have not, Seal. I have not. Maybe one day, Seal. I can't wait to paint. Yay! I'm glad. I'm excited for you. Yeah, peelings. That peeling feeling. Absolutely. Okay. So once I have this kind of golden color on, now what I do, as I said before, is I want to make this kind of reddish brown. Oh, look at this. Piece of dried red paint, from my little bottle got stuck on my paintbrush. Anywho, yeah, we're going to be creating this kind of reddish brown and streaking it kind of around the golden yellow. So as I said, if you need to overlap, that's great. If anything, that really helps to get all that nice kind of texture in there. Again, that nice pattern as if the golden yellow is kind of peeking through. So allow us to wash off our brushes, and then we'll mix this reddish brown together. The peeling stuff, you know how electronics... Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Electronics, like, yeah, I guess that works too. Like your Switch probably has a nice little peely thing off the screen. Oh, yeah. All right, so to make a nice reddish brown, we're going to mix 3 colors. You can see I'm starting with red and yellow. Red and yellow, that'll make a nice orange, or it should make a nice orange. Mine's looking a little dirty just because it's all over my plate, which has lots of different colors on it, so probably mixing with a little bit of something underneath. But red and yellow. And then I'm going to add just small touches of black. The black's going to turn it a little more of a brown tone. But even this shell color, we want it like a reddish brown. So I'm going to mix black and I'm going to keep pulling red back in there. So it's like a very, very warm brown. You can think of it as a warm brown or a red brown, anything like that. But you can see how that's coming through. I wouldn't call it a maroon, but kind of something along all of those lines. Here, you can see it on here. See, very warm brown. It looks very dark on the camera, but again, the more red you add, the warmer it will be. Okay, and you don't want a whole lot of paint on here because what you want to do is you want to keep doing those strokes kind of up and down, back and forth, and you want to stroke into the gold, right? You want to kind of start to cover up the gold a little bit using your bristles to help kind of flick into the gold. And you're trying your best to keep the basic shapes, so you're trying your best to keep like the curve or the little spot. The spot might get a little bit messy, of course. It doesn't need to be a nice round spot. The curves don't need to be perfectly curved. Yeah, I can flick into or on top of the gold. Just be a little more careful as you're going around there, and then you can fill in some gaps a little messier. But yeah, that's all you're kind of doing. Just lots of flicking back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, allowing the bristles to just kind of go on top and flick on top of those golden colors. I'll keep going as I chat here. Are you excited for your birthday, Erin? I am, Shay. I'm honestly more excited for Sunday than my actual birthday. So again, the Sunday is the pre-birthday. Like it's my birthday is Monday, but we're celebrating Sunday. I'm very, very excited for that. And I'm kind of just celebrating, like, even with like IRLs on different days. I'm not even really doing a lot on the Monday, honestly. I really like the idea of just having my tiny little stream on Monday. I guarantee it's gonna be like a shorter one probably. I'll just kind of paint and see how I feel. And then, you know, go offline, hang out with myself. Honestly, I think it just might be a nice relaxing day. So I am looking forward to that, but more so I'm looking forward to the chaos of Sunday. I'm looking forward to like IRL online plans, different days of the week. Yeah, it's truly just birthday week. I'm not as concerned about like jam-packing everything into a day anymore. It's just like, that's my day, but we can celebrate whenever, you know? So I'm kind of just excited for that element. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for all the Sunday things. I don't know if you saw, Shay, but I posted a little more details about what I have planned, so I'm really working hard at that, and I'm just excited to hang with everybody. Yeah. On Sunday and other days. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Lynn, so sorry. Yes, birthday. So red, yellow, and just a little bit of black. Sorry if I missed you there for a little bit. I was very concentrated on the painting. But yeah, more red than everything, I would say, Lynn, because you want it more of a reddish brown. See how it's a very warm red brown? That's what I'm looking for. So red, yellow, a little bit of black. Black, teeny amount, teeny amount. Can't wait to peel it. Yeah, it is tiny bit of black, yep. Pours all around, so it goes from warm to hot. Don't touch it, the painting is too hot and spicy. Scared to make some hot paintings with all the red paint, girl. Yeah, see that coming together. I could even fill up a little bit more. I could probably remove some of the gold. I'm just kind of leaving a lot for now, and that way you can kind of erase as you need. Erase. Am I hot? Your paintings are hot, Scaredy. If you pour red paint all over yourself, you'd be hot as your paintings. Girl. Girl. We like it spicy here. Yeah, honestly, Shay, I think so. I think my mom indicated that she might be coming just to like drop off some gifties, and maybe we'll like, you know, hang out outside or something. But otherwise, I just want to kind of keep it open that way. It's just like, you know, the idea of making plan after plan after plan that day, it was kind of stressing me out, being like, okay, I want to hang with these people here and then this person here, and blah. I just don't want to go from thing to thing. It's just like, we'll do that other days, and I am. It's great. And I'll just do whatever the heck I want in the meantime. Maybe I'll relax for once. Maybe I'll be like, hey, I don't need to do anything today. Yeah, I'll have done my stream. I'll feel kind of accomplished that way, and I'm like, cool. Whatever I want. But your birthday, my bullet journal. Oh, that's so nice, Shay. Thanks. Yeah, go check the plans. So excited for birthday and age. Yeah! Yo, Calamity! Oh my god, hi! If there's a mod, could someone please shout out Calamity? Welcome in! I'm so glad you love my turtle. Were you streaming today? How was your stream, if so? Calamity's a lovely streamer, everybody. She has a large variety of stuff. I've seen her do like patches, not calligraphy necessarily. I saw you doing like wedding invitations at one point. Yeah, you just got always got something different going. Lots going on. Lots of just spunk and activity too. I always love the convos. You might notice, Calamity, I'm coming in a lurk more often because I'm like, I gotta talk about this. I gotta get my opinion on this. It's always a fun conversation in your stream. But yeah, welcome in. Painting in my head again today. I still need a frame for the other one. Still haven't found one, huh? Nothing in your brain to frame. Thank you so much, Groki. I appreciate it. Yeah, big reveals, dude. Big reveals. I know, right, Hope? It's because of the hype. It's because we hyped it all up. I did. I hyped it up by not telling anybody. Again, if anyone is new to the stream, if anyone wants to guess my age, I'm not offended. Just guess away. I'll tell you on Sunday. It's your last chance to guess without knowing. I don't care. I've had such a range of guesses already. Throw it at me. Yeah. Breaking her own sass. Yup. But yeah, for real. That's why there's hype around, is because I refused to say anything. It was just fun. It's just fun to hear what people guess without any context, right? I'm genuinely curious what people think when they look at me. And I'm not offended. I don't know. I guess there's this, like, people have asked me, is it okay to ask your age? Yeah, ask away. I'll say no if I'm not comfy, but, like, I don't really understand. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll change my mind, but I've never really been irked about age reveals or asking for ages, so go for it, you know? Again, I'll tell you if you're out of line. I'll just say, no thank you. Okay, you can see the pattern really coming together. It's beginning to look like my original here. And that's because everything's closing up, adding nice layers. Yeah. I've still got one more color to add before we add the little, like, grooves in the shell as well, just so everybody knows. I'll be darkening up the edges. You're 100 years old. I've heard it all. That's your honest answer. Interesting, but cool. My hubby says that I'll have a pre-midlife crisis, so age forever will poof for me. Okay. I want to talk. I don't know. I don't know if that would reveal age. I'll save it. Oh crap, I forgot again. Dang it. I can't answer. I forgot. Shoot. What? There was one year where I did forget my age, and I caught myself and I was like, yo, I just lied about my age, but like unintentionally, and I felt horrible. It was just like a social panic moment, you know? You're just like, age, what? No, that's not my age. Socializing is tough. Does math again. If you're already forgetting, you may be in the 30s. Guessing for scaredy or me. It's been 84 years. I'm 420 now? That's the oldest guess. Alright, so one more thing I want to do, everybody, before we get to the fins and like all the other shell details, is I want to darken up the edge of the shell. Excuse me. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing a little more black and adding it to my red, yellow, black mixture. I had a little too much black, so let's do red and yellow again. You're essentially darkening up the original color you were just using, this kind of reddish brown color. And I'm just going to kind of border the shell. So you will be going over top of the golden yellow a little bit. Yeah. Doing a nice kind of wide border all the way around. So really use this as an opportunity to kind of clean things up a little bit. If you have any edges that are a little bit scratchy, just use this nice dark brown to kind of clean that all up. And that'll be the final color of like the base colors for the shell. We still have the little ridges to add, but we're going to wait for those because we want everything to dry a little bit first. Yeah, it gives it a nice like dark edge, a little bit of shadowing. I've forgotten before too. Yeah, man. It's, again, I kind of equate it to, it was just a weird social panic moment of like, I don't know how old I am. God. Why are you asking me? That was the one time I didn't like being asked. I don't even remember the situation. I just remember being uncomfortable. And then again, feeling bad because I felt like I lied. I think I said younger than I was, and I was like, oh no! Dang it. Well, I can't remember. It's the most. Wait, really? You can't? It's happening again. No! I know Erin is 8. I am turning 9. Oopsie, age leak. I'm turning 9. Okay. That's good for the nice border. I'll give everyone a quick minute in case you're working on that border, and we're going to move along to the fins now. We're going to do the base coat of the nice kind of light yellow, beige color. Then we'll go back and fix those up later too. What's my age again? What's my age again? Buddy likes you when you're 23. If I had to put in a guess, I'd say 27 or 28. If not, then I'm so sorry. Again, don't worry about it. Peace and love, peace and love. You're fine, you're fine. Peace and love to you too. It's totally fine. I'm just not gonna confirm, that's the thing. Hope, I wanna give you a reaction, but I can't because it's still a secret, so I'll just say, okay, thank you very much for your guess, and move along. I can't say older or younger, I can't. Thank you very much. Sunday, you'll know. You think so, Scaredy? I'll let you know Sunday. I'll let you know. Yeah, are you turning 9? Wait a second. Yes, you had black, Lynn. Thanks for asking. Yeah. I went a whole year thinking I was a year younger than I was. Then one of my friends reminded me that I was actually a year older. We were both born the same year. I realized that I had lost a year. No, it's not like you lost a year. You just kind of forgot. You just kind of forgot about a year. I get it, I get it. Forced to confront my increasing age the other day. Was it a certain situation, Elvin? Ah, okay. Yeah, Scaredy, I don't mind these questions. Gen 1. I was in Pokemon from the start. Thank you very much. Yeah. I actually saw a trivia question about when Pokemon came to America recently, and I was super close to guessing correctly because I was able to do the math with my age. Not to say what it was, but... Lynn says 32. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't know how old Scaredy is, honestly. And I won't confirm if we're the same if I get her age there. And I'm sorry, Hope. I've dealt with this for a year. I'm getting pretty good at it, I think. Alright, next step for the turtle, everyone painting along, if you've done the nice border. I'm just doing a nice... Oh, I should zoom out here, you can really see. I'm doing the nice kind of beige, light yellow of the fins and the head here. So when I was originally doing this painting, I kind of went back and forth on what to do, and I finally settled on what I think was the easiest method. So I'm going to be doing the beige first, just kind of filling in the whole head or fin, foot, whatever you may have. And then what I do later is I go back in with the reddish brown and do these nice little dots. So I do these dots that kind of create all these little kind of creases and wrinkles, you know? So it'll be the beige first and then the reddish brown. There we go. Okay, so I've washed off my brush again. This is still the medium round brush. And I want lots of white, tiny bit of yellow, tiny bit of yellow. And that's all. It's just a super, super, like, it kind of looks beige, but it's truly just like yellow, a tiny bit of yellow, excuse me, and a lot of white. So it's like a creamy color. See it on top of that? Yeah, that's looking good. And all you need to do is fill in all of the fins and the head with that one color. You don't need to worry about placement. You're just literally filling it in. You can kind of, again, clean up the shell if you need to. Go nice and, you know, crisp along that edge. Alter the shape a little bit if you need to. If you want to make anything bigger or smaller, you have the opportunity to do that. But you can see it goes on nice and smooth because we had those first layers on there. So that was why we did those white base layers. Now we don't see any blue through or any streaks or anything. Well, you shouldn't. I'm not seeing it after 2 coats personally, and I have pretty thin paint, so I assume you're all pretty good if you have even like academic acrylics like I do. Still be fine. Alright, I'm missing out on some chat here. I'll try my best to catch up as we're painting. Yep, we the same. Someone asked how old I was, and I was shocked. And when I gave, yeah, this is what happened to me when I forgot Alvin. I was shocked that I forgot, and I was like, oh no. Wait a second. I was neither Gen 1 or 2, never followed Pokemon. I was deep into it. Bash, my birthday was on Tuesday, but I'm counting backwards now, so I'm getting younger every year. That's the solution. Do what you gotta do. Happy belated, by the way. A lot of May birthdays in the chat ever since I started mentioning my birthday so much. Lots of people have said, hey, me too. Got lots of birthday buddies in May. Can't use it to age. Oh, really, Shay? I was deep into it. I was like the one I got into. Like no Digimon. Oops. No Yu-Gi-Oh! It was just Pokemon for me. Purple Green Ketchup. I do remember Purple Green Ketchup. The squeezies. Yep. Hitman Sniper. Thanks for following. Welcome in. Just in the middle of teaching a step-by-step acrylic painting tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. I might add a tiny bit more yellow to this. Not much, though. I don't want it to be like a light yellow. It's more so beigey, in my opinion. Age is just another number, says Tammy. I barely remember mine. There you go. We don't need to remember. Oh, man. Orange, welcome in as well. Thanks for following. Oh, I just got paint all over my fingers. Lovely. Welcome in, Orange. Standing here for the sun. Yeah, I've heard that's good. No more wrinkles. I am a baby. Can't remember context or oh, okay. Yeah, she's just a little baby. But over 18. Because you're in the Discord, so you're just an older baby. What's your first gaming console? I had the N64. These are fun, Scaredy, because like I still think it leaves up for interpretation. I may have received the N64 as it came out. I could have been older or younger. I could have received it years after it came out. We don't know. We don't know. You think so, Alvin? All will be revealed on Sunday. Luckily, the last digit of my age I can always get after May because I was born in so such easy math. True, true. Yeah, any of the 10s must be super easy. Hitman, hi. How's it going? And Orange, I see you in chat. Welcome in as well. This is an open Scaredy to the first PlayStation. Yeah, why the heck not? I think Scaredy's asking me, but I'm curious what everyone else says. Yeah, see, I was never into PlayStation until recently. I bought my own. That was never a family console, though. Mine is this Wednesday. Oh, Tammy! Happy birthday! Like I said, I do the math to remember, right? See, again, so many May birthdays. Happy soon birthday, Tammy. An older baby. Why did I say this? Yeah. I love this new Twitch about me. I am an older baby. Welcome to my stream. Hitman, people with talent. What's that about? As Jen said, it's hard to tell age by those questions. Yeah, I agree. It's you need way more context. You need when in your life did you get it, right? AKA the age. Okay, we got the base coats on for the head and the fins. We're a couple minutes past 10. We don't have too much to go. We have the pattern on the shell, the grooves I would call them, the red-brown splotches, and then the white. The white is like, beautiful piece de resistance on this thing. It's the final touch, putting all the nice light reflections on there. But anyway, only a couple more steps. I'll give everyone a minute or two, and then we'll go right along to the turtle shell grooves. My brother had an Atari, and so I played with that, but I was not the Atari generation. See? That can be a question, though. My mom gave me a PlayStation when I was 6. See, exactly! Legit first ever console was Xbox 360. There you go. Why are you sweating? Are you gonna answer, Scaredy, or no? You gonna keep your secret? Yo. Didn't have a console till high school. See, this is what I mean. You can't judge. That's the main reason I'm PC Master Race. Gotcha, gotcha. What are you gonna do, Scaredy? I think people want to know your age now. Are you gonna confirm on Sunday when I reveal? Huh? Oh. Just dealing with the Discord thing, you know. I was alerted about something. Yikes. Think we're fine now. Let me know, mods, if we're not, but I think it was dealt with. Yeesh. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know who that was. Thanks for dealing with that, though. I guess that was the one section you guys couldn't delete from. All good. We just had someone with an inappropriate photo come in, so oopsie daisy. We're fine now, great. Yeah, I do remember the ketchup. Yes, Hope. Sorry if I skipped past. I thought I answered, but yes, the squeezy purple-green ketchup. A sin, but I do remember it, yes. I was never into it. I still think it's gross, but I remember it. It still plagues me. Okay. Now that we have this nice kind of yellowy beige color, we can actually use it for the next step. We're going to use it for the grooves of the tortoise shell. So see these little lines? We kind of go all around the border and do this kind of thin line with the little notches. And then once again, talking about the turtle shell patterns, this one was really boggling my mind on stream, but I kind of understand it now. If you really look at it, it's kind of weird to piece together, but what I do is I do kind of like a straight line, bump, straight line, bump down, across. Line, bump, bump, across. So I'll do those first and then we'll connect with the bottom pieces. It'll make more sense when I show you, okay? Yeah. Do you, Hope? Want to guess? Did the ketchup really tip you off that much? Okay, let's do the border first because that's easy. You can use whatever brush you want. I'm going to keep using the medium round just because it holds more paint. So even though it's a little bit of a thicker brush, I'm just going to kind of thin down the paint a little bit, maybe wipe the brush on the edge of my plate, get a nice thin, you know, thin line going. And the first thing I'm doing is I'm just kind of bordering that dark part there. So I'm going all the way around. It can be kind of a shaky line. It's totally fine. Like I said before, the shell is not like a perfect pattern with perfect lines everywhere, so just brushing it along. Something like that. And, oh yes, and I brush a little bit. You can see, just to give like a little bit of a highlight, I like to brush just a little bit on the outside, actually, just like very lightly. So I just grabbed a tiny bit of paint and I'm kind of like scraping it off along the edge. Gives it a little bit of a highlight, a little bit more of texture kind of along that bottom edge. So that was a little bit of paint and I'm just lightly rubbing it off. There we go. Oh, no worries, scared, you're good? What color ketchup did you put in your eyes? I have the window open, the air's coming finally. So, yeah, isn't it nice, Lynn? It's finally getting better outside, finally getting warmer. It really feels like spring now, finally. Let's hope it stays. No, I have not, Seal. You mean Neon Cat? Meow, 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 meow. No, never have. I don't know if I ever would, but thank you for the suggestion. Cute little guy. I might be sued, though. NFT sold for hundreds of thousands, so yikes. Is it white? Oh, sorry, it's a nice light yellow. It's the same color as I did the fins and the head. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, Heidi. Yeah, sorry, everybody. I thought if not, sorry about that. The light yellow that I've been using for the fins, the head, all that, I'm just using that same color. And I'm using that for all the little grooves. So I went around, and I'm going to do the little notches. They don't go anywhere specific. I'm just kind of doing a small little line every inch or two. Nowhere specific, though, just going all the way around. There we go. Meow, 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 meow. That line, though. Yeah, Nyan Cat, yeah? Did they really? Was that the NFT? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not misquoting that, but I think it was hundreds of thousands of dollars for Neon Cat. It's any of the memes. Any of the digital memes are selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, yeah. True stories, I'm pretty sure. Sorry if it's wrong, but it's a lot of money, whatever it was. Go look it up, Hope, yeah. It's pretty nuts. Alright, so to do the turtle pattern, the shell pattern, excuse me. What I'm trying, and you can kind of use these curves to help, I guess. Maybe not. I shouldn't say that. Excuse me. Ignore that. What I like to do is I like to do all the kind of curves that go horizontally first, and then I'll do these weird connector pieces below them next. So I'll do the one at the start, and then you'll be able to see that clearly, and then the 2 connector pieces to each little pattern, each little area there. So I'm using the medium round brush still, using a nice thin tip. What I do is I come into the middle a little bit, close to the middle, so I'm going across. I go up, across, down, back across. So it's like a very kind of defined hump. You're not kind of curving all the way, you're kind of doing these like straight edge, straight, down, straight, you know? Rather than a nice flowy curve. Or Pop-Tart Cat just wanted to poo rainbows and absolutely. Just sing forever, you know? Not be sold for money. And then you do a second one on top of that, so coming across, closer to the middle, up, across, down, across. I find it a little easier to break down this way. You'll see it all come together later. Across, up, across, down, across. I'm a little off center here. I could have maybe tilted it this way. It would have been a lot easier to see kind of where the middle is, but that's okay. That's okay. Keep going. Across, up, across, down, across. Starting to come together. Maybe I'll fit one more just little bump right here. I think that's good. So I'll just leave that for a quick second. You can see just that, because I think it's way easier to understand this than it will be after I add these next pieces. It just like, at least my brain was just like, what's going on? When I was doing this on stream, it was like, I can't figure it out. Oh, don't we all, right? Oh, you don't want to be around the rainbow poo stain. Now with some fun music playing. Oh, what happened, Lynn? A rump bump. Was it just the pattern, this part? You could very quickly, Lynn, if you want, was it this part you were doing? Grab a little bit of a moist towel. Check this out. Oh, I don't have one to show you, shoot. Oh, I have a little Kleenex. Watch this. Put a little water on a Kleenex or a paper towel. As long as the paint's fresh, you can kind of rub it away. Because that paint's still a little bit wet, but the one below it isn't, so it's gonna rub away top layer. Try that if that was your issue. Give it a little wipe. Easy to start over with that, especially if it's just like a piece of this little pattern. And throw it back in wherever you need. Paint the troll face? What's the troll face? The classic, like, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. The first memes. Me gusta, etc. Alright, once you got this, yes, thank you, it's mixing color. Oh, okay, just the color. Okay, I see. Yeah, take your time then, Lynn, all good. You can wipe away just as I did, or just put color on top, that's fine as well. Alright, the piece of this, the shell piece that I'm trying to, the pattern piece. Can't talk about this properly, apparently. 2 lines that come down like this. So what the 2 lines do, they're kind of like separate from this line. So it's like you're kind of recreating this line, then you come down. Come from this line, come down. You're kind of meeting at the 2 edges of the bump almost. So watch this. I'm gonna go across, down, across, down. Oop, that was quite thick, but I'll just use my little secret that I taught Lynn there and get rid of it because it's too thick. Goodbye. Across, down. And that's the pattern. That's what it looks like. It was just hard for my brain to figure it all out piece by piece. So it goes, yeah, sweep across with the original line, come down to like the left-hand edge of the bump. Across with this line, come down to the right-hand edge of the bump. There it comes together now. Cool, paper towel doesn't, no. The Kleenex might a little bit because it's very, very thin, but I find paper towel, as long as you're not like rubbing in the same spot for too long, but yeah, you just kind of wet it a tiny bit. There's a little bit of like mist there, not mist, it's like leftover paint. But yeah, you just very lightly rub and then it's all good. Yeah. Again, like I wouldn't use that all the time because the more you rub, the more you might rub off the original paint, but it's so solidified, so dry that it takes a little bit more pressure, right? So yeah, kind of like fish scales. Yeah, oh man, my brain was just not working when I was trying to do this. I don't know if anyone remembers on stream, but I was like, what? I was just panicking. There it comes. The key was like making it separate because this is all coming from one line, right? It's not like it's a separate line, it's like a little tree branch coming down. And then we'd maybe see a couple up here. Ta-da! And that's our turtle shell! Wow! Fish scales, yeah. Alright, quick minute if anyone's doing that. Then we can do the little dotties, like the reddish brown on our head and fins. And it's just the white to finish it off. That'll be, again, the nice finishing touch. I love the white. That's the whole reason I did this, honestly, was to get that nice, like, reflection on top. Because you don't really see that unless you're looking straight down into the water, all the nice white, you know? Love that. Ta-da! Almost a ta-da. Or not quite a ta-da, but yeah, ta-da for the shell, for sure. Yeah, the shell was a really nice challenge for me, too, when I was recreating it. Oh, man. Like I said, the pattern alone was... Ta-da! Ta-da! How does Yoshi say ta-da? Ta-da! He'd be just kind of like... Ta-da! I don't know. Lost in the shell, not in translation. Oh no, which part, Lynn? Is it the two colors, or is it the pattern? Because the pattern, I would just go nice and slow. I'd almost rewind myself at this point and watch the one step and the other step, because looking at it now, the two colors, oh, okay. Is it how to mix a color? Is it how to combine the two? Maybe I can help a little more as I mix my next color here. Because you said you couldn't get a color right. Oh, combine the two, okay. So try using a little less paint. I don't know how much paint you're using, but I find the less paint the better, because you want it to kind of scrape on top, right? So it might take a little longer, but less paint is good, because then you get all this nice dry texture going on. So just a small amount of paint and just like very lightly. Change rice color so I can put brown. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that'll work too. There's lots of different color turtle shells. But yeah, a little bit of paint, so when you're kind of scraping up and down, you can see it's like a little bit transparent on the edges. I don't know how much your paint you're using, but I would recommend less paint rather than more. I'm just going nice and slow. It is a time-consuming one. There's a couple steps in here I'd say are a little more time-consuming, but worth it if you take your time. Brown, but don't know what other color. Oh, for this one? Oh, you could do anything lighter, really. I like the golden yellow personally. You can do a beige if you want. You can even do like a green with a brown. I could totally see that, having like green spots. As long as they're not super lime green, they could just be more of like a medium green, and then the brown could go on top. That would be really nice. A little more classic, I would think, too. If you're not feeling the golden yellow, yeah. I added a few lines because there was too much space. Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Build up as you need. All right, let's start dotting on these kind of like reddish brown spots on the head, on the fins, etc. Let's start at the bottom here, at the little bottom fin, just because that's where we started originally. So you can see what I do is I do larger spots kind of at the end of the fin, and as I get further up, I make smaller spots and eventually almost none at all. In fact, I kind of covered some up. That's what you're seeing here. If you're, you know, eagle-eyeing this, I took some light yellow later and kind of covered some up just to make it look a little more like faded, as if it's going from lots to few. So if you add too many like me, that is a solution, just to cover up very roughly with some light yellow. And then zoomed out, it kind of looks like that. There they are. Okay, so I'm gonna take my color. Again, the color I'm using is the same as the shell color. It's like a reddish brown. So if anyone needs to remix that, that was red with some yellow and a little bit of black. So same color, just that reddish brown. I just use my medium round brush. You could use a tiny brush if you want, but I like the medium round brush because I find it's actually perfect if you kind of splotch it on. So I kind of just press the bristles, maybe move them a little bit and lift off, and it creates a nice little splotch or dot or whatever you want to call it. And I just start to fill in the space by moving the splotches close together, so I'm leaving small little gaps so it looks like the yellow or that light yellow is kind of, you know, it's like a little river in between all those little spots. I'm just filling up the space. So again, I'm starting with big ones near the end of the fin here, just being nice and careful, going right to the edges, kind of leaving, again, that little line going through. It's like you're leaving a small border for each one. And just make the splotches fit, right? You can make whatever shape you want. They don't need to be perfectly round, of course. They can kind of just puzzle piece together however you want. As I get further up the fin, Hope it's a fin. I hope I'm not botching that every time. I'm just making them a little bit smaller. So I may be like pressing my brush and not moving it as much, just making smaller little blobs. As the blobs get smaller, you can kind of separate them maybe a little bit more as well. So leaving larger gaps. And then again, near the top of the fin, I just kind of leave it alone. There's not a whole lot going on up there. I just kind of leave it nice and blank. There, that's good. And I'll do the same on the other side. I put margarita color close to light green. Oh, that would be okay. Especially if the brown kind of overlaps. I'm sure it would darken it up maybe a little bit. And it's whatever you want. I'm just kind of trying to imagine in my head. I would think a darker green would be nicer, but maybe a nice bright green would be nice and pretty as well. Depends how much you leave, right? Bring on the spoots. Maybe a flipper. Yeah, maybe a flipper's better. What did I say? A fin. Yeah, a fin is like a dolphin fin. That's not right. A whale fin. No. They flippers. I think that makes more sense. I just call them feet. There's a little feet. It's a turtle slipper. Yeah, it's a slipper. It's fine. Put some little dots on his slippers. Fancy slippers. Dang. Where'd you get those, turtle? No slipper? Fine, it's a flipper. It's whatever we want it to be. I kind of just like calling them feet as well. Those little feetsies. Gonna dot them up. Same idea, just making them a little smaller, spacing them out a little more. There we go. I'll zoom out so you can see. And we're doing very similar stuff to the other flippers, feet, and the head. Slightly different, but very similar. So for these top ones, the hands, arms, more flippers, not slippers. Same idea, we want like bigger splotches near the end, and then they get smaller and a little less, or more sporadic, I guess, as you get closer in. The one, I guess, exception, as you can see, I kind of do big blotches on this bottom side a little bit more. So here's my demonstration here. I'll do a nice big blotch here, like long blotches as well. Just kind of matches the shape a little bit more. Filling up the top of the fin there. End of the fin. Flipper, not fin. There I go again. And on this bottom side, when I was looking at patterns, I noticed there were still some big blotches kind of coming down like this. All very nice and close together. Down and connecting to the edge there. Again, still you can alter the shape to kind of fill in any spaces as you need. But then when it came to up top, it followed a very similar pattern to the other slippers. They got a little bit smaller as they got further in. And then eventually they became just like small little dots, very sporadically spaced out. Until there were none at all at the very end. And again, I could spend more time on this. I would probably fill in more spaces a little bit nicer and kind of keep all these edges as clean as possible, but yeah, you can do that. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Well, yeah, I'm glad you went your own way, honestly, and did margarita, because I was wondering if light green would look good, and I was like, maybe medium green, but I love that you did margarita. Pro for slippers, yes! Jen, hi, hello! You're all doing amazing. Can't wait to see. Oh, thanks, Jen. I love that you say that to give a nice little encouragement to everybody. Jen says you're all doing amazing. Keep going. Jen, how's your evening? Hi, hello! Slipper show. We just put some little slippers on our turtle, Jen. I couldn't figure out names for these. I said fin, flipper, slipper is now the term. We need a good one for these ones, though. I don't know if these are slippers. So same idea, everybody. Nothing new here. It's just the opposite. to the slipper show. Making slushies. Oh, that's so lovely. That's not a common thing. Ah, just casually making some slushies. What kind though? I'm gonna make a slushy drink on Sunday. One of the drinks I'm mixing, a nice like lemonade slushy. Yum 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 yum. I haven't had any fun drinks in so long. I'm just excited to mix them. That's just gonna be fun in itself. Alright, same thing, just doing smaller dotties, trying to keep them all semi-close together still, and then as they get closer in, separating a bit more. I'd probably pull out a small brush if I wanted to get a little more detailed at this point. Because I do like when they're all very close together, especially at the end. I think it makes it look nice and detailed. Dude. You can do it. Paint this in remembrance of my mother. Aw, Lynn. You're always so thoughtful with your paintings. You do a lot of that in remembrance of or gift or things like that. It's really nice. There's Swiffers. Slippers and Swiffers. It's final. Easy. Can you, for the love of gravy, share the slushy? Yeah, no kidding. Did you bring enough for the class, Jen? Oh, Heidi. Tim Hortons frozen lemonade with vodka. I've never really been into the Tim Hortons slushies, honestly. I know Doe will back me up on this. Remember the chocolate chill or whatever the heck they called it? Those were good. And of course, as Tim Hortons does, anything good they kill. Those were so good. They were like chocolate slushy drink. It was just like thick. It was great. Just Kool-Aid in this. Oh, that sounds delicious. I haven't had Kool-Aid in years. Swiffers and slippers. Oh, Lynn. I'm glad you're painting this in her memory then. Again, it's really nice that you do that. You're very thoughtful with the painting subjects and everything and how they all connect. Well now, yeah, I want Kool-Aid now too. I want everything that people talk about in chat. The head is the same, everybody, starting with big splotches at the furthest end and then getting smaller as you get closer in. It's a pretty consistent pattern that way, so when in doubt, you can follow that. Again, it's really just the Swiffers that it kind of changed there. I'll take a couple minutes after we're done this step, and then it's the last step of the white. Oh wow, we're at 10:30. Oh my goodness. This is a little more of a complicated painting, to be fair. I wanted to make sure we weren't rushing through. I hope this has been okay for everybody. I know I usually try and keep these around 2 hours, but I think it's worth it. A little extra time for some more complicated paintings, definitely. Yeah, and if you ever need a break, you can do that. Revisit another time, but we are close to the end here. If you've caught up this whole time, I would probably try and go for it. But you do you. Absolutely, Shay. We're getting a free Choco Chill at Ribfest one year, and I felt so blessed. Is that what it was called? A Choco Chill? Man. Yeah, that is a big blessing. They were going hard with that. I remember being in Toronto at one point and there was like a Tim Hortons like food truck type thing giving out free little, I guess, Choco Chills. What happened to those? They have the chills, the chocolate ones though? Do they? I didn't know that, Casey. Please confirm. I will go there soon. Yo, Hope, you've really struck a chord with that one. That's probably my all-time favorite Tim Hortons item was stew in a bread bowl. And they've never brought it back for years. I don't think it's ever coming back. That's one of the things I was referencing, Hope. By anything good, they just like kill it off. It'll never come back. Oh, Casey, thank you. I'm gonna go to Tim Hortons soon. I don't go there often, but next time I'm driving around, I will get myself a Choco Chill. Thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. All right, they don't kill everything bad, I guess. Just maple dip donuts and stew in a bread bowl. Yeah, it was the best deal, Hope. You would have thick, beautiful stew, because I actually kind of like their stews and soups, and I don't even know if they do stew anymore. They do chili, I guess. Yeah, in a big, crusty bread bowl. You'd eat it all up, the bread would all soften, and you have the crusty outside. Ugh! Yeah, rip! Oh, lovely, Shay. What kind of cake? In GTA they do. I wonder if it's select locations. I'll look into this. I'll report back the next time I go to Tim Hortons. I'll let you know if my region has it. Because that might be a limited time or like certain region thing. Man, that would be sad if that was the case. Let us all enjoy the Choco Chill. Chilean bowl of bread. Yeah, it was so good. I think it's in one province, I believe. I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh. Please tell me, Hope, if you know. I'm very interested in hearing. A friend's B-Day this weekend. He requested funfetti. Oh, that's what I'm doing too. At least I thought the store didn't have rainbow sprinkles, but the last second I found them hiding in the shelf. Lovely. I just bought boxed cake mix, Shay, with the funfetti in it. I'm ready. I have 3 boxes for Sunday. Oh man. Alright, just giving an extra minute in case anyone's still adding the little blotchies, and then I'll walk you through the white reflection. It's not reflection, what did we call it? Science people, help me. Refraction? I think it was refraction. It's not the reflection, it's the light hitting off. Refraction. My son cooked some of these bread bowls and oh man, I should just make my own. At Western, in social studies, Tim's used to have a thick turkey stew. Oh, that sounds so good! Like Western Uni? Would that be weird, Heidi, if I went on campus just to like have some of that? Box of Petty's excellent, it's beautiful. Alberta! Oh, sorry about the link. Dude, if you want to put that in Discord, I'm so down to check that out. Nude cake, is that what it said? Dang it. Oh no, it wouldn't have been the closed caption. It's just me making nude cake. Yeah, it's gonna be chicken noodle funfetti. It'll be the insides. Chicken noodle will be filled with the funfetti, yes. Go to Western campus and just be like, hi, I heard there's turkey stew here, can I have it? That's okay, Hope, you're fine. It just stars it out. If you want to throw it in live chat in Discord, I would really appreciate it. I need to confirm this, and I will be going to Alberta to get this as soon as humanly possible. As soon as it's safe to travel. First place I'm going, Alberta. Sorry about the camera, give me 1 second here. Change that battery. Change that song. 3, 2, 1. Bonk. Be back. Thank you so much, Hope. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll just travel around to all the Tim Hortonses that have my favorite items, apparently. I guess they're all not dead. They're all just hiding. I don't know. Okay, everyone. So last step is adding the nice white refraction, I think, of light that comes through the water and onto the turtle, onto the sand area underneath. It'll really make it look like we're looking through water. Right now it's just too clear, you know? It looks a little too clear. This is beautiful clear water, but we want to get a little bit of light overlapping everything. Oh, she's so exhausted. Still got a couple batteries. We've still got one more battery though, so one after this. We won't need the last one though. All right, so to do these nice white, very faded lines, you can see if I zoom in how scratchy and transparent they are. That is the key. We want to keep it nice and transparent so we see the turtle shell through, we see the blue through. You can see it's all very like chopped up. Yeah, these aren't very distinct lines. They're not going, it's the same as the sand lines, right? They might break here and there. There's a little broken spot there. They might just fade in and out a little bit. Yeah, so a nice mixture. You can see really in the dark parts how scratchy it is. That's exactly what we want, transparent and scratchy. All right, so just a little tour. Zoom you out again. So what we want to do is we want to do our dry brushing. So we want to use our medium round brush. I'm gonna grab another one. This one's a little frayed right now. See, it's a little better pointed. I'll grab this one. Grab a little white paint. And then immediately wipe off the white paint. I know it seems redundant, but that's the way we do it. White paint, wipe it off a little bit. So that way you only have a little bit left on your brush. You don't have any big blobs. It's just kind of like your bristles are kind of coated in the white. And then we're going to start to add these little wiggly lines. So again, there's not really a pattern to this. I'll kind of tell you what I was thinking as I was doing it. It's kind of similar to these sand waves here. I'm going to start kind of diagonal. I'm going to grab a little more white just so you can see. I do kind of some that are diagonal this way, and then some that are a little more diagonal this way. I don't like to line them up with the sand waves, so maybe I angle them like this, but they kind of do crisscross. So let me show you. I'll do one very wavy, so I'm very much wiggling my brush as I go. I am going across like this, but I'm moving it up and down and wiggling the whole way, purposely trying to shake it around. I'm not going on top of the turtle. Tell you why in a second. I'm just concentrating on the background. So I've laid down some paint. I'm kind of going to go over top again with my bristles just to very much soften it up, scratch it up a little bit. There's one little line. I might brighten it up a little bit. So just go nice and slow, you know, re-add a second one if you want. It's actually nice to kind of go back and do it a second time because that way you get a little more kind of scratchiness in there. You get kind of the separate areas kind of separating rather than one solid line. Do this a second time and maybe like come down instead of up. See that? And you get these little open areas, things like that. Maybe in there. Throw a couple pieces that are just kind of drifting off into nowhere. So like maybe like this one's coming up and then just keeps going but also comes down. This one maybe comes down here but then comes back up. So there's some like separation going on. A little more stringy. I want a couple more of those little separate. It's like kind of putting little twigs on a branch. You know, they just kind of come off and then sit there. Just kind of float away. Maybe this one comes down there. So that looks nice and scratchy. And then I like to do one kind of coming the other way. So again, I tried to avoid doing them the exact same, like parallel to all the little sand lines. So maybe I'll angle them either further down like this or more like this, kind of straight almost. But I'll do one kind of intersecting, maybe from here. Again, just go wherever you feel. You'll eventually fill up the whole area. You don't need to start in a certain spot or follow a certain design or pattern. But yeah, I like the idea of having them intersect. When I was looking at the kind of patterns online, there's a lot of intersecting. Like I said, a lot of like pieces of light kind of coming off, you know, of the trail. Kind of comes down here. And again, little amounts of paint. You can see how I'm like really scraping my brush, wiggling it around to get some nice transparent looks. As far as the bot didn't pop up. Oh, you need to do an exclamation battery. Bring it back. Oh, lovely. Yeah, it changed a lot, Daxton, especially in the last like half hour to hour. Crazy. Oh yeah, sure. On the refraction stuff. Yeah, let me show you. I'll just hold it for you. Hopefully that works. So just a small amount of paint. Just kind of wiggling it around. Kind of scraping off. I like to do a couple pieces maybe that like come down and up, you know, create little open areas. A couple pieces just kind of come off and float away. They don't do anything. I think I need to make this a little brighter, honestly. So yeah, add a little more paint if you think it's a little too faded like mine was. Just grab a little more paint, lightly put it on, because it'll be nice to have a little bit of a faded effect, but also some very nice light white spots as well. Just like light, you know, it's going to be a little more transparent, a little brighter in certain spots. There, it's coming together there. Yeah, I think it needs to be lighter in some spots. So I'm just putting on a little more paint on my brush and kind of going over top, very messy. And again, it all adds, the more you do, it kind of adds more because you get all these different little trails amongst the one trail. You kind of have a little piece coming up, a piece coming down, things like that. Hope that helped, Hope. That was a tongue twister. Hope that helped, Hope. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep adding more. So I'm gonna make maybe another one coming down this way. Yeah, no worries. It's easy for me to zoom in on the reference. It's not as easy for me to zoom in on this because it's like angled funny, so it would zoom like that way, if that makes sense. It's very bizarre, but I'm happy to hold it closer here and there. And you'll see, obviously, it becomes a little bit brighter as you get to the darker spots, so you might want to adjust your paint. You might want to use a little less paint, just to be sure, just to be a little safer, I guess. It'll kind of take you by surprise, I'm sure. So use a little less, and then you can always add more if you want. And just keep going. As with anything, as with most things painting, it's going to look a little funny at the start because you're only going to have a couple lines on. You're like, I don't know if it's looking right. Like right now, I'm almost thinking it's almost too uniform with all the little, you know, back and forth. But the more I add, the more it's going to kind of like mess it up in a way. It's going to make it a little more randomized, and I'm sure I won't see the line, line, line as much. I'll just make sure I'm connecting a couple things together, adding a few more of these like pieces that just kind of come off and sit around. Just keep going. You can always cover up later and try again, but for the most part, I think with this one and pretty much all the paintings, just keep going. Finish it out, see how it looks. You can see I'm really concentrating on just the lines that are all going kind of parallel right now. And I'll start to mess it up more a little bit later. But yeah, a little paint goes a long way. You can really see, I don't know if you can see every time I'm reloading, but I'm only grabbing a tiny bit each time, maybe wiping it off a little bit more. I'm doing like a whole row, if not more, with that small amount of paint, just scraping it along. Just scrape a little harder, use a little more pressure as you go along, and you'll start to really get lots of use out of the paint that you picked up. The reason that I'm not going on top of the turtle for now, kind of said that earlier and then didn't expand on it, is because I'm assuming the turtle is a little higher up than the ocean floor. So in that case, we wouldn't have all these lines going like perfectly on top, so we wouldn't be continuing these lines on top. They all wouldn't be continuing perfectly. We're just going to put like 2, maybe 3 of these little lines on the turtle because he's closer to us, he's closer to the surface, and therefore less paint, not less paint, excuse me, less lines of light will be on him. He'll be higher up, therefore there's less. There's more the further down you go. You get like smaller and smaller, all tighter together. 10 out of 4, Roger. 10-4, Roger. I got you. You were ranking your painting 10 out of 4. I was like, wait, what? 10-4. Never mind. My brain's just dying. It's getting late. 10-4, Roger. It's like, dang, that's a great score. 10 out of 4. Wow, you must love your painting. Ugh. Excuse me 1 second. I don't know why I even leaned, you could still see me. Don't mean 10-4, Roger, Roger. I completed it, it's fine. 10-4, Roger, Roger. Alright, so I've got a lot of lines kind of coming down, down, down. Now I want to do a couple more coming across, maybe another one up here. And at this point, yeah, you don't really have to stay to the pattern of doing diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. I'm more just looking at like spaces that I want to fill up. So maybe it's like right here, it's a little blank. So I'll just kind of trail off from this one. Start something that's kind of coming up here and meeting with the other one. That's fine. Maybe this one comes down over here. Comes off there, comes off here. Yeah, don't be afraid to do these little like pieces that just kind of come off into nowhere. You don't need to do a whole new row to finish up space, or fill up space rather. You could just do a couple little lines kind of coming off. Almost like little lightning strikes, or like I said, branches before. That helps fill up the space. I think I want to connect a little more though, so maybe I'll connect here. Yeah, I think that's getting better down there. You start to see these crisscrosses and all the little light kind of intersecting with one another. I think that's really the look we're going for. Can I please zoom in the reference? Yeah, of course. Let me have a look here. I'll just give you like a nice spot right here. You can see kind of some pieces in the sand and pieces in the shell there. Hopefully that helps there. Indeed. And for, yeah, for perspective and reference, you can see my one I'm painting live here for those who are looking for the overall look. Alright, so now that we've hit 3,000 followers, I gotta start planning a celebration stream. I kept kind of teasing that. Honestly, don't know when that'll happen because we have so much other stuff coming up. But I'll let you guys know when that happens. I'll figure out what the heck to do. I got lots of planning to do recently, man. Welcome back, Vonda. Yeah, honestly, it's big hype. It's just like, what to do? There's so much else going on. Again, the stream anniversary is technically the 4th, so I was already going to do something big for that. I don't know if we want to fit in 3,000 in between. Maybe. I'm sure I could. I'll have a look at everything and see what's manageable. Want to make sure we're not rushing anything together. We'll do something, don't you worry, as always. More marbles. Yeah, honestly, Hoki, that's kind of what I'm leaning. I think the 1,000 follower milestones are pretty much solidified to be marbles now. So that I can lose. Who knows, Hoki? Maybe maybe if we don't do like names for marbles, you'll like win some. You know what I mean? Like you'll have a favorite marble and it'll just do well. It's just when it's named Hoki, it just kind of goes off on its own. Finds its own little path. Yeah, I think you're right though. I think the celebration ones are mostly marbles. We did marbles a few times already, and I want to continue. I think it's fun. I just need more ideas for marbles. That's always the thing. I want to make sure we're doing lots of variety for the marbles. If you didn't notice too, everybody, I really like these kind of diamond shapes. They kind of like separate and come back, separate, come back. They kind of look like diamonds, and I saw a lot of that when I was looking at kind of patterns in these refractions. I hope I'm continuing to call them the correct thing, but yeah, I found that really it made the look, you know, with all the nice little open that's what I meant by open spaces earlier. It's kind of like these little pieces are going out then back in, out then back in, diamond, diamond, diamond. Lots of them. Marbles. See, I know Doe would like that too. 10-4 Roger. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's kind of Star Wars-y. 10-4 Roger, Roger. I don't know what those guys are called, but I can picture them with like the long noses. Cursed screen name? I don't know. Do you want me to name it something else next time we do marbles, Hoki? Like, give me another name? Winning Marble? Very funny to show. Oh, no worries, no worries. Very fun. I gotcha. You're welcome, Lynn. I just got one more step. I'm just gonna do a couple of these lines on the turtle, of course. We don't want to forget that. Same technique. There's nothing different here. The only thing I'll point out is, again, I'm not worrying about connecting these, so I'm not like starting at a connection, ending at a connection. And I just wanted to point that out because, again, the turtle's probably not resting right on the sand, so we wouldn't get all of those pieces of like connecting, right? So don't worry about that. I'm purposely trying to disconnect them, and I'm purposely just trying to add a couple because, again, he's closer to the surface. At least in my painting, he's closer to the surface. Maybe in yours he's different, but in mine he's right next to us, so we're only gonna have a couple of these little wiggly lines. Sure, yeah, you let me know. He needs a marble. What would the marble be? Like, give KR catnip. Good night, Lynn, if you're off. Glad you enjoyed. I'm sure you can finish up soon. It sounds like you got lots of progress done, so that's good. Good painting for you. $1 cheapo French bread pizza, actually not good. That's good. I can't believe there's $1 food in existence that is actually good. That scares me, dude. Okay, so there's a couple across. Maybe there's like, I think I did one on just like the end of his fin here in the original, just to like get one little piece going over here. A little brighter. There we go. I'm just gonna zoom out now. Hope that's okay, Sushi. You can see the overall. Oh, looks like I did 3. I'll just add one more right at the top of the shell. Why the heck not? Maybe like right here. Just going right across the shell and the head. Cute. It would say cat. Terrell and Riviera, may I? Oh, a loss leader, probably. Probably give you a heart attack. I don't know. Yeah, Todd, to let us know how you're feeling after. I know you said it was good, but keep an eye on yourself. I'm gonna head out. Oh, thanks, Seal. No worries. Have a good evening if that's your time zone. Thanks for hanging out. They can offer it in their $10 sales because people are probably gonna buy it. Right, that makes sense. Beer makes mad bank, yeah. I think beverages in general usually do. Okay, yeah, so that's that is the last step for this painting. I know we're almost at 3 hours, sorry. Again, I usually try and keep these to 2 hours, but I guess this was a little more of a complicated one. We just want to spend lots of time, so I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me. It looks like there's still a lot of you here. As a final step, I always recommend signing the painting. I guess I never technically use the tiny brush in this one, but of course you could with all the little details, so each their own there. I'm gonna give a quick little signature because I'm all done. Shay said worth the extra. Thank you. I agree. Because it's tough. I know some people, they say they want to be challenged by like different designs that might take a little bit longer. At the same time, I want to be appreciative of like it gets later and later in the evening. Like 11 p.m. is probably late for a lot of you. But yeah, for those who think it's a little bit late, that's okay. You can always like set it down. Work on it another day or another week or whatnot, but I hope this was a nice challenge. I think a lot of people felt like this had a lot of different techniques in it, so that's really good. That's really good. Hope you had a good time. I'm just gonna do a little spiel as I usually do. First of all, I'll just, before everyone leaves, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Again, this was like a big milestone celebration for me in multiple ways, but mainly because it's been 1 year of tutorials, so I'll just thank everyone again for coming out. I know a lot of you are always asking for ways to support me, and a free way to support me is literally just by being here. It helps way more than you think in terms of gaining like viewership and followership on Twitch and therefore more income. So anytime you want to support me for free, just tuning in live when I'm doing a tutorial, when I'm doing just regular Twitch streams, it all really helps me. Even if you're just like, you know, working from home and you have me on the side, or you're cooking in the kitchen, I'm just kind of sitting on a laptop. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. More tutorials to come. This is not the end. It's not like 1 year we're done. It's not that at all. I actually have another tutorial coming up next week. Another different one. Again, I think I'm trying to be a little more different with my designs recently. This is a nice wave splashing onto a rock with a nice cool sky. We wanted to do like these very like colorful clouds or just like a very colorful sky look. So we did this very brushstrokey look, and then again, the big wave crashing on. So that'll be next Friday, 8 p.m. in case anyone's interested. And then generally, again, I do these tutorials about once a week, usually 8 p.m. EST on Fridays, with the occasional switch up depending on my personal schedule, work schedule, whatnot. 3K hype, it's huge, it's huge! In terms of photos, I'd love to see photos of your finished paintings if you are done or whenever you complete them. Again, hi YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you can still post your photos. There's a little link in chat for everybody on Twitch right now if you want to click any of those links for photo posting. I'm just making my way back to the event page right now to open it up for photo posting because right now it's closed, so I want to make sure I'm opening it before you're all done. But yeah, Discord is great, Twitch, Instagram, all the usual stuff. And it's all set. Great. Speaking of Facebook, Facebook is a good place to follow me if you want to see new tutorial paintings and just like schedules in terms of when I'm creating my next tutorial painting or when I'm teaching the next one. You can RSVP to event pages. Facebook will remind you when I'm going live. Follow me on Twitch is even better because Twitch will email you when I go live. So if you want to kind of follow along with me, not just with tutorials, but when I'm streaming online on Twitch, I do that multiple times a week. Just painting commission paintings or personal artwork or designing new tutorial paintings. So if you want like a say in that and to give me suggestions, you can tune into any of my other streams. Usually I'm online Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So anytime at all, you're welcome to pop in. And yeah, I guess more ways to support me as usual. You can do exclamation tips in the chat. It'll give you some PayPal links, an Interact e-transfer link. Again, those are always all optional, but people usually do ask about it, so thank you for those contributing financially that way for the free tutorials. I really appreciate it. After a year of doing it, I still want to keep doing these free ones, and little bits like that help me all the time, so thank you very much for that. And then subscribing is always a good way to support me. You can subscribe through the Twitch channel. You can subscribe for free using Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But that's a free way for you to support me financially. It doesn't cost money to you if you have Amazon Prime already. It gives me money straight from Jeff Bezos' pocket, so great way to support me. Any questions, let me know. I'm here hanging out for a bit. Thanks for coming if you gotta go. I'll see you at the next one. Thank you.